Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and lovers of drones everywhere, welcome to Thursday Night Live. Hey, it's Jason Schappert from Remote Pilot 101.
What is that? It's like, this way. I was so close. I was so close.
Yeah.
It's like looking in a mirror every time I see you. You just get prettier and prettier. You know that?
Oh, me. Look at, I'm pasty. You are a tan god. Here, soak this in, ladies. That's for you, ladies. Yeah. You are a walking, talking Crest hair gel commercial. And I thank you for being on with it. No hair gel?
Well, you know, no hair gel today.
No product?
I have a face for radio. I'm sure you can relate to that.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you also have a mind for aviation, and we're going to pick your brain tonight. Lots of stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Happening with remote ID and all the new ways to take the test. But you still need to study. You still need to get that information. We'll talk about that later. I have a song for you.
I am excited. I am prepared. I've got my Zippo lighter. I'm just ready to sit back and enjoy it. I'm excited.
Tons, and I mean tons of great viewer videos from all over the world, in Scotland and Germany and countries I can't pronounce. It's going to be fun. Prizes galore this evening. I've got,
I like it.
Of course, Freewell filters and this cool light up drone. It's really fun. It's a toy, but it flies really well. We got the drone news. Cool. We got Marc Langley. He's going to join us. He is part of the National Public Safety Drone Donation Program, trying to put drones into the hands of first responders. But ladies and gentlemen, before we do any of that, one of our favorite sponsors, he's our favorite sponsor, but our second favorite sponsor of all time. I'm talking, of course, about a pigeon, a jerky.
Pigeon jerky, the Cadillac of processed meats. Yeah. You'll enjoy pigeon jerky, and you'll give your family a treat. It's balanced nutrition to help them grow. Yeah. And it's full of fiber to make them go.
Here we go.
You'll enjoy pigeon jerky,
the
Cadillac of processed meats.
Yeah.
My favorite. I like them better than Remote Pilot 101. I mean, they're a better sponsor. Let's just be honest.
Well, you can't eat RemotePilot101.com, or can you?
No.
Do you have any RemotePilot101.com snacks coming out?
We could work on that, to help you increase your efficiency in your visual line of sight.
Excellent. Now, before we get into the news, and I've got to time this just right. I'm going to Rampage this weekend. Do you know what Rampage is?
I am familiar with Rampage. I am not attending. I am sad I'm not attending, but good for you. I'm excited about it.
Oh, yeah. This will be my first. I haven't been, and I think last year's was canceled because of, COVID and everything. But I'm going this year, and I'm going to meet all of my FPV buddies. It's going to be fun. In fact, right now, I'm going to try to call Drew Camden, because he's out there right now setting up.
That's right, yeah.
And so he agreed to get on the horn with us for a second. And while I dial him up very quickly, here is Jason with a hilarious joke.
Well, I have a lot of great jokes today, mostly because you all know about Ken's car. And let me just remind you of what happened to Ken's car really quickly here.
Well, hey, no.
So, as you know, this is all Mazda themed. So here's your first joke.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a Mazda and the principal's office?
What?
It's less embarrassing for your friends to see you leaving the principal's office.
Oh, snap! That's a burn.
They're all Mazda themed jokes. I don't know why you're obsessed with your car so much. So I have a whole Mazda theme. We're going to go through with jokes today. All dedicated to you, Kenneth.
There better not be any rotary engine jokes in there, because I'll take offense to that. All right, we're bringing in Drew Camden. Hopefully,
Super.
He's out there at. Let's see what we got here.
Ken, hear him.
Hey, welcome, Drew.
Hello.
We don't
turn on my video.
We're
on Ken Heron's show.
We hear you, but we don't see it. Turn the camera on.
What day is it?
My camera's off.
Is it Thursday? It's Thursday night, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's Thursday night. Here we go.
Hey, there they are. All right, man. Bardwell and Camden in the same shot. Oh my goodness.
Wow, a lot of magic happening right now.
Yeah, so you guys are.
We're gonna rotate. We're here at the junkyard at Rampage here. So we got some of our platinum ticket holders are here already.
Oh.
We're tearing up. Look at, they've got us set up a bunch of cranes and stuff. And this is the small. This is like the small flight line.
Oh man! So can people still show up and get tickets if they haven't gotten already?
No, it's locked out because with the COVID, everyone is like fully accounted for. You have to get your brain stuck at the door.
Right.
So we're making an exception for you, Ken. I know you're coming through.
I already have my brain stuck, but
no, unfortunately, we're sold out and everything. So.
Well, that's great. That's wonderful. And you got.
Yeah.
Ken's coming.
Ken's gonna stop by on Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I've never been there before. But, what can I expect? I've never been.
Look at this beautiful sunset. You can expect to dive that tower.
Oh.
Boom. So that's a whole flight area over there. Back over that way, there's a tree flying area.
Yeah.
Over there, we got like shipping containers set up and crazy pipes. And I think we got 7 total flight areas.
Then after the sun goes down.
Yeah.
Party time.
Okay. And that porta potty right there. Can you open that door so we can fly in and out of that too?
If that's what you want.
I want it, man.
We'll do whatever you want.
I want to bend it and send it in the porta potty. That's what I want to do.
Love it.
Awesome.
By the way, we do have actual bathrooms.
Yes, there are actual bathrooms. Yes.
Okay.
The porta potty is just to save you a walk.
So I don't have to duck behind a crane.
No, but you can if you want.
Okay. Well, thanks you guys for having me out there. I look forward to seeing all of you this Saturday.
Thanks, Ken. Thanks for having us on.
All right.
See you Saturday.
All right.
Awesome. Good to see you,
See you guys. All right. Wonderful. Man, that's
Super
awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so excited about that. Look, my face is getting red.
I'm jealous. What are you going to fly there? I know you're probably bringing your favorite DJI FPV. I mean, that's for sure. Right into the porta potty.
You know, that poor little guy's sitting in the room, not even in the case, in the GPC case.
Ouch. And, I know how you feel about it.
Yeah, I don't want to rehash that. I think, wouldn't I get laughed out of Rampage if I brought it? Wouldn't I? Hey,
absolutely, they would. They wouldn't let you back in.
Ken Heron's got the DJI FPV drone. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect. It could be all of them. I don't know. I don't want to say anything, but I'm really looking forward to it. So, our guest tonight, Marc Langley.
Yes.
Like I said, from the National Public Safety Drone Donation Program. We're going to talk to him in a minute. But we've got a lot, and I mean a lot of news to get to. But first, even before the news, ladies and gentlemen, of course, you are probably wondering about the weekly Beauchart, aren't you? Here he is, Jim Beauchart, all the way from Canada with the weekly Beauchart.
Hi, Ken. Jim Beauchart back again with another episode of the weekly Beauchart. Since your 200 show is approaching and you've had many guests, I thought I'd do an interview and you're the guests. So if you could indulge us and just answer a few questions in your own words, just tell us what comes to mind. And do you have any opening statements you'd like to say?
Seriously, in front of you guys. I'm gay on Wednesdays.
Your famous clip when you crashed your drone because of the return to home button, did you have anything that you were saying to yourself?
Great job. Right there, dumbass.
I've got a couple of questions about that famous Poon Room. Do you have any other nicknames you might call it?
The Barbie Dream House.
And we're all a little curious. If there were a turnstile outside that door, what would the number be, do you think?
90,000 of them.
We'd all like to know, do you have that special pickup line that gets them there?
We're going to play a game tonight. Would you like that?
And when the girls leave, what are the most famous comments you've heard them say?
That was fantastic. I love it.
Do you have that signature encore move that keeps them coming back?
It's 2.5 minutes long.
Well, thanks, Ken. That was quite informative.
Damn you, Beauchart.
Do you have any closing remarks?
Some people just don't understand comedy.
And now a quick one, because we are running late. What do you call someone who won't fart in the RAS? Private tutors. On that note, and bye.
You know what? Man, he just keeps getting better.
A lot of effort went into that. Do you know how much footage he had to peruse to find that, your 2-second clip?
Yes, I appreciate the effort he puts into it. But don't you think Schappert should be on the wall?
Wow. I want to be, I mean, look at you. You look so good. I want to be right there next to, is that Miley Cyrus above him? Who's that?
That's my ex-wife.
Oh.
Right next to me, yeah. That's Danielle, my ex-wife. She kind of looks like Miley Cyrus, but...
Are you telling the truth right now?
Yeah, that's Danielle. That's my ex-wife. I had her on the
show.
show.
It looks like Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, we're still talking. You know how that goes. Anyway, I see a bunch of super chats coming in, and I really appreciate that, and we're going to talk about that here in a minute. But first, let's get through the news.
Stop the music. It's time for news.
Let's head over into the drone newsosphere with our buddy Jeff Sills. He's got all the news for us, and there's lots of it. What's happening, buddy?
Yeah, there's a lot of it, and it's all over the place. So we'll go ahead and start getting through this kind of quick. The first one comes out of the UAE. This is an area that doesn't have an awful lot of rainfall, about an average of 3.9 inches of rain per year. They've come up with a really exciting new way of using drones to seed clouds.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
It looks like they're just flying around, but I guess they're doing something, right?
Yeah, so the plan involves launching unmanned aerial vehicles that emit electrical charges, and this provokes water from falling from the clouds. And so it's the same thing that they do with aircraft. Jason, you would probably be familiar with the old seeding project.
Yeah. They do it, yep.
And
they really do? They really do that?
Drone. Yeah.
Jason, do they really?
Absolutely. In manned aviation, they fly little like 172s and stuff like mine.
Get out of here.
And they seed clouds to stimulate rainfall.
Yeah, they would fire.
That's the word they use. That is their word, not mine, Kenneth.
Okay, because for years and years, there's always been some guy trying to help the farmers by doing a rain dance or shooting something out of a cannon. But they're really doing that. They're for realsies.
And they have to be very careful in how they do it because of the weather patterns as well. That you could create storms in places they don't need storms, right? So you have to think of how the weather is, how long these clouds are going to build for as they travel all the way across the country to then rain here. Exactly. There's a lot of math into it. It's fascinating science if you look at it.
But is it electrical charges that's doing it, or don't they seed it by putting some kind of chemical in there? I don't know.
Well, the methods that they use, this one, the drones are going to be using an electrical charge, but the aircraft would use fine particles of salt or silver iodide.
Okay.
They would fire into the clouds to provoke the consolidation of mist into raindrops.
Wow.
Ken, haven't you ever seen those chemtrails? I mean, that's what they're doing.
Oh, well, I thought the chemtrails were sent by Bill Gates to control our minds.
Yes, yeah,
that's what I thought the chemtrails were for. Every time I see one, I go outside and yes, Bill, control me. All right, back to you in the newsroom.
All right, so next in the news, this one I'm actually looking forward to myself. There's a drone soccer league coming to the United States.
Cool.
Yeah, this is neat. You like this?
Okay, tell us about it.
So, 2 teams of 3 to 5 drone pilots enter a caged arena with drones that are enclosed in these plastic spheres, hence giving them the soccer ball look. And the idea is to use a designated striker to pilot the drone through the opponent's goal. And, of course, the other drones then try to stop or block or prevent that person from flying through.
That's really cool and very creative, but why do they call it soccer? Why don't they call it, like, drone ball or something? Because nobody's using their feet on the controllers, right? So it's not soccer.
Primarily because the idea behind it is around the same idea of soccer. So I guess that would be the reason why they just call it drone soccer.
Okay, and in Europe it's
cool.
Still called drone football, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first tournament's going to be in Colorado Springs this July during the Rocky Mountain State Games. And the competition is open to both adults and youth under 17.
Okay.
So definitely something to look forward to. Skydrone. These guys make the drone in the box, and they've done a lot of beyond visual line of sight flying. They've come out with something new. Their drones now use 5G connectivity. So essentially, the range issue that they had is sort of out the window now. They have sort of unlimited control when it comes to range using the 5G network. And so they're one of the first to, I think, master the 5G integration with their drones. I know that a lot of companies have been experimenting with it and using it to transition drones at larger distances, but this is the first one that I've seen that's a commercially available platform.
Okay. Yeah, that's neat, I guess. Sky drone, it's kind of a obvious name, right? We got a drone that goes in the sky. What do you want to call it? I don't know. I got nothing. Oh, wait.
I just have a hard time, anytime now someone says drone in a box, I just think of Ken's song.
Oh, man.
Every single time.
Oh,
that was many episodes ago.
Yeah.
I think of your drone in the box song. It still haunts me.
I'll have to break out my boy band beard and do that again sometime.
All right, so a very inventive pilot has come up with something really unique. His name is Ian Pagnam, and he turned the footage from his Skydio into a real-life game of Mario Kart.
Mario Kart, okay. This is so clever and creative. Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, combining the ability of the Skydio to follow the target and then using augmented reality, he was able to essentially generate his own video game.
This is so great.
Cool.
Now, this guy that you can see, he's got 1.39 subscribers. You should go to Origiful and subscribe.
This took a lot of effort.
Yeah, it did.
That is the most inventive thing I have seen in years with a drone. I love that, and I can't wait to see what other creators come up with using that same technology.
Oh, look, he's tiny. He's just a little moment. Oh, wait. How did you do? I want to do that. How do you do that?
Yeah, how did he do that?
Wow. Well, he's a
I
better.
could watch this all day.
He's a better video editor than Drone Pilot, which is why he owns a Skydio. Oh, snap! Oh!
You
Skydio
went there.
burn! Skydio
Wow.
burn! Ooh!
You went there.
That was mean.
Mr. DJI FPV drone
God, that was
flyer.
mean. I apologize. Let me take that back. I take it back, and I'm sorry. That was mean. Ken's a dick. I'm sorry.
Using my news to go dissing another drone.
Skydio was probably just about to sponsor the show, too.
That's it. Yeah.
So much for that money.
Missed call from Skydio. Luckily, my phone's made by Skydio, and it answers itself. All right. Back to you in the newsroom.
Right. So recently, Russia commemorated Victory Day on May 9th, and they decided that they were going to have themselves a traditional parade followed by a drone show. And this drone show was over one of the World War II monuments in Russia.
Wow. I have yet to see a cluster drone show in person. I really want to see one.
Me either.
You haven't seen one,
Jeff,
Jason?
do you know if those are... No, are those the Intels, do you know? Or what are they?
No, these would be drones that are, I guess, available in Russia. I don't believe that any of the existing groups that I'm aware of did this show. But the fact that they were able to do this and show it to the people, because normally they would have huge firework shows and stuff like that. I thought this was sort of a great change of pace. And it's good to see more and more of the drone shows getting out there. You know, drones need that good sort of good behavior, so to speak.
And I see people in the chat getting bent out of shape. And let me just take a moment and apologize. I want to apologize to Skydio. I've been up since 4 a.m. and my I don't have a filter after when I get really tired. So I just want to apologize to Skydio. Sure, I flew it for about 11 minutes before it wrapped itself around a wire. But I do love the technology, and I love you guys too. If you want to send me a Skydio, here's the address. You can send it right here. No, that one.
Okay, did you ever think maybe it's not the drone? Maybe it's the pilot? You crash more than anybody I see on YouTube.
Well, hey, you know what? I don't.
No.
That is, I don't. I just share my crashes instead of editing them out. That's a fact,
Yeah.
Jack. That's a fact.
All right,
everybody
Jack.
else.
I just like picking on you.
I know, but everybody, I do. I share all the crashes, and I don't edit anything out. Just so I'm learning along with you with all this stuff
Sure, no doubt.
for years and years. But you know what? We all crash. It all happens.
We all crash is right.
You can't edit it out of your memory.
And I fix them.
That's right. All right.
Fact.
Yes.
All right. So next in the news, this one is really good. Marine researchers are using drones to save dugongs. Dugongs. Is that the pronunciation?
That's right. Yep. Dugongs.
Yeah. So this international team of collaborators have decided to use drones to save these guys.
So my research mainly focuses on spatial ecology of dugongs, so looking at distribution, habitat use, movement, and also abundance, so how many dugongs there are in a certain place. And for that, I use different tools and different cutting-edge technology, such as aerial survey, whether it's in manned planes or using drones, but also using telemetry tools, so using GPS satellite tags that we fit on dugongs, or also accelerometry tags that inform us on the very fine scale movement of those animals. Catching dugongs is a bit like water bull riding. It's very rough. An animal can weigh half a ton and it's very powerful, so you need to be very careful. It's something that not everyone can do. And safety is very important both for the animal and the catching team.
Yeah, it's important to keep these animals safe and don't let them go extinct. Take care of these mermaids of the sea, because if we don't, they could be dugong forever. A couple of those for you there.
Is it like a manatee? I'm not familiar with what a dugong is.
It's in that family. Yeah, it's like you take a seal and you a walrus. Take a walrus, take away its tusks, ugly it up a bit, make it fatter. Boom, there's your dugong.
And a little narwhal in there too.
I just want to meet the first guy that came along years and years and years ago that sat there and looked at it and goes, you know what? We need to name that thing. What do you want to name it? Dugong.
Well, look, I'm not going to get into it, and I know we have children watching, but the facts are out there. There's a rumor about dugongs, the mermaids of the sea. In your spare time after the stream, go ahead and Google what the pirates supposedly used to do to them, and that's all I'm saying. Back to you in the newsroom.
Oh God! Yes, thank you very much. Let's move on.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, waste across the globe in the oceans has become, I guess, a big issue. In several countries, England, Dubai, Rotterdam, Baltimore, San Francisco, everywhere across the world, trash and debris that builds up in these places gets bad. And a very interesting new initiative has started off using drones and drone ships
presents
to catch these.
the waste shark. The waste shark eats trash and can swim for 16 hours a day,
Wow.
launching up to 350 kilograms of trash at a time. It produces zero carbon emissions, it's friendly to animals, and it's compact and agile. Waste shark collects
Friendly to animals that won't fit in there, right?
trash eating, data collecting, carbon zero.
You get a little teeny bird, you're gonna have an unsuspecting bird.
From Ran Marine.
I'm pretty sure that was an Xbox controller. Can we go back? I'm almost positive that was an Xbox controller.
Yeah, I think it was. I think you're right. Let me see. Yep. Yeah, I think it was. I can't go back.
That's okay.
I can't go back.
So this is like a Roomba of the sea, is what it is, right? I mean, that's what it really is.
It's a water Roomba. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I love it.
But we'd need one the size of an aircraft carrier to get some of the garbage out of the Pacific Ocean.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's a very inventive young man that came up with an idea of one of those that is a very large machine that sits there and scoops the trash out of channels and waterways and stuff. That's amazing to sit there and watch because the thing's completely automated and they can sit there and just come and take the packages away and it never stops going. It's an impressive piece of machinery. So I'm glad to see this is happening. It's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. NASA Perseverance rover has been all active on Mars surface. The first one that we have from them is that when the drone recently flew, one of the devices that is actually on the rover acts as a microphone and was able to listen to the drone as it flew. And this is the first time that we've ever heard something fly on another planet.
Yeah, check this out. So, listen, you can hear the flutter. 2,537 RPM. Isn't that interesting? You're hearing a drone fly on Mars. Where you going, buddy? Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy, come back.
That's pretty cool.
That is great, isn't it?
Is that beyond visual line of sight if it's on Mars?
Yeah, I don't think the FAA has jurisdiction on Mars. Another, and I'll just go ahead and do this.
No, the Perseverance rover is the designated spotter.
Oh, okay.
Visual observer. There you go.
I got you.
Good point.
You want to see some onboard footage from the drone on Mars too? You got to check this out.
This is the other footage that is amazing.
So, it's not moving very fast at all. But what you're going to see from the navigation camera here in a second. So you see this? The shutter speed has to be unbelievably fast to stop the shadow of the props spinning at 3,000 whatever RPM.
Wow.
Isn't that incredible? That's the navigation camera.
Wow.
And then here's the actual video from it. That's how fast it moves. Look at that! It's drone footage from freaking Mars! We're living in the future, man! We're living in the future! Ah.
Truly amazing stuff.
I want to see it again. It's so cool. Look at that. It's Mars!
It's super cool.
I'm geeking out on that. That is just... That's amazing. That is awesome. I'm such a nerd.
Yeah, I would imagine every single rover that we send up there is going to start coming along with these devices to sit there and extend their ability to reach different areas and to be able to see things from different angles. That right there is a game changer from the exploration sense on Mars.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, that's amazing. Awesome.
All right, so Manchester City happens to have a football team, Manchester United, and they are celebrating their third Premier League title in 4 years with this amazing footage.
A lot more companies are doing this type of fly-through stuff, and I think it's great.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. What did we look at last time? That was the Mercedes building, I think, or something. It's.
Oh, yeah, and the movie theaters and bowling alleys and all kinds of stuff.
It's so cool.
Yeah, this is their Etihad Stadium.
Oh, they cover up the seats when nobody's there? Well, that's nice.
And of course, they advertise on top of it. They're not dumb.
Wow. Now, he flies around the stadium for a little bit. I'm going to fast forward this just because it's kind of a long... Yeah, I want to get back inside. Okay, yeah, we go around the net, blah-de-blah, more soccer stuff. Okay, here we go.
Cool.
It's a pretty snazzy stadium.
Yeah. Ooh.
Any word on the setup of what drone was used and camera and all that, Jeff?
I don't believe that they have any information as to the type of drone or what they use. This was primarily just from the high level, from the Manchester City itself. But yeah, amazing footage.
And then
how
at
many
the end,
times do you think they go and walk this and practice this to get this one seamless?
Oh
take?
yeah.
Oh yeah. You can't just go in there and throw the goggles on and do this. It takes a few runs. Now I'm going to fast forward to the end where he goes. I won't fast forward. It's still cool. But he comes down and he flies around their trophy, which they have in the middle.
Wow.
Look at that. That is awesome. Great job on that.
So cool.
I could watch that kind of footage all day.
Oh, absolutely.
So, all right. So next we have in Minnesota, they have recently, I guess, taken the next step in organ transplant deliveries. Pilot Ryan Henderson recently joined them to fly a human pancreas by drone.
This is the first ever drone test flight carrying a human pancreas. That's what's in the box right there. The historic flight transported a research pancreas from Mercy Hospital in Coon Rapids 10 miles over the Mississippi River and then back to the hospital. Again, that was a test flight. Joining us live to talk about that flight and maybe the future of this is lead pilot Ryan Henderson. Good morning, Ryan.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
This is crazy. This sounds like it's like, space talk and, years and years away, but this is really potentially what we could see in the near future. So tell us a little bit about this historic flight and how you're feeling about it this morning.
Oh, sure. Of course. Well, we're feeling great and super happy to be and had the opportunity to work with LifeSource, Mercy Hospital, and Allina Health for the opportunity to do something like this. As you said, this was a historic flight, first time ever that a pancreas has been flown on an unmanned system. We want to make sure that these things are moving forward and progressing, not only for the unmanned system industry, but also for organ awareness. The flight was just a little over 23 minutes and a little over 10 miles in duration. We're super excited about it.
Yeah, this is, maybe you're asking, well, why would you do that? Why don't you just drive it over there? Well, sometimes these organ transplants are time sensitive. And sometimes the medical center where the organ is harvested isn't close enough to where it's going to be put into the new patient. And so this is absolutely life-saving stuff happening here. Love it.
Yeah, and the expense, for in the past they would use helicopters to go from hospital to hospital, and it was always based on the fact that the hospital had to have a helipad or some ability for it to be able to service a helicopter. Or in the case of an ambulance, you can't predict what kind of traffic you're going to run into. So having it a drone, the drone can go to a hospital that doesn't have a helipad and still offer that type of service to a hospital that traditionally in the past would not have been able to conduct those same types of operations, thus expanding the ability for medical practices in larger areas.
I wonder how many organs become unviable just because they didn't get there in time. This will change that.
Yeah.
Well, think about weather too. I mean, a helicopter can't dispatch because of weather or whatever that is. Traffic jam, like you said, it's super cool. But Ken, I'm going to vote you missed the mark. You could have been the first to fly a pancreas. I don't know why you didn't think of it, man. I'm kind of disappointed.
I have so many other firsts. Why didn't I think of the pancreas?
I don't know.
How about
disappointed?
Has anybody done the spleen yet?
That's your Guinness record.
I'm going to staple a spleen to a FPV quad. And I'll be the first to fly a spleen acro. The acro spleen. Million views. All right, Jeff.
All right. So next we have a company, Hexatronics, is releasing for, I guess, anybody, their global drone docking station. And this is a really unique, wonderful little device. It's a metal body design. It has robotic battery swapping capabilities. And this is essentially a drone nest.
Okay, so you take your drone, you put it in the pizza oven, and how long do you cook it for? 30 minutes?
However long it takes to recharge the battery. But the nice thing
What's up with that? Come on, that's a pizza oven. That's a pizza oven. What do you want on your drone? You want pepperonis? You want a Hawaiian drone? That's crazy. It's a pizza. It's a pizza oven.
Does it charge in the oven or does it swap the battery?
Oh, I think there's a little man in there. There's a little man, and he lives in the box. He's related to the man that turns off the light in your refrigerator. And he comes out, and he's just a little 4-inch high guy. He has a buddy. It's a two little man job, and they're in there like, okay, on 3, we're gonna pull this battery out, and they replace it. And you never see him because he's in the pizza oven. Did I mention I've been up since 4 a.m. and I'm a little rammy? Jeff, you good, buddy?
You telling me?
Okay. All right, let's continue.
All right. So next in the news, the Royal Mail conducted its first drone delivery to an island off the UK coast, the Isle of Sicily.
Okay.
Or Scilly, Scilly. I guess it's Scilly. And this particular island, they would normally get all of their supplies either by boat, etc. It's only a 70-mile flight, and so they're using drones now to deliver stuff back and forth between the island. Everything from large twin-engine one-racer UAVs to smaller multi-engined or multi-motored drones to deliver smaller packages. They have a mix of devices depending on the type of mail that needs to be delivered.
Huh.
But this is really exciting stuff. I'm glad to see the Royal Mail using a variety of technology to...
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
That is really cool. Now, speaking of mail, just a very quick aside. I know the news is already 3 hours long, but I just wanted to mention this. One of our viewers, I forget his name. He lives in Iraq. Okay? And he won some Freewell filters. One of our sponsors tonight. Thank you very much, Freewell, for providing the prizes. And I tried to send him some filters to Iraq, and Freewell said, nope, we don't deliver to that country. So I looked up how to send stuff, because Iraq has... No, I'm sorry. Iran. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's very American of me to get those two confused. It was Iran. It was Iran. Tehran, in fact. Anyway, so I looked up. Their zip codes are like 30 digits long. And there's all these rules that you have to follow if you want to send something to a Muslim country. Like nothing that would offend the culture. So what I did was, Philip, that's his name. If you're watching, Philip, sorry about this, but I sent you a set of eyeballs. And it hasn't been returned to me. It's been about 2 weeks. I hope you got it. You got them. It was just an envelope with eyeball stickers in it. Shouldn't offend anyone. Oh, I did have an American flag stamp. Well, we'll see what happens. Back to you in the newsroom.
Oh boy.
I don't know what's going to happen with that, but we'll see.
All right.
Yeah.
So last in the news, and this one is really sort of spectacular. The Russian, I guess, military decided that it would be a fantastic idea during the St. Petersburg fireworks to fly one of their military drones through the fireworks.
Ooh.
This is dangerous.
So it's a military drone with a little toy drone on a stick?
What's
what they're doing?
Yes.
What are we looking at?
Yeah. So what they did was they put they put on the front of the drone a famous Russian military aircraft from World War II as a model.
Ooh.
And then they flew it through the fireworks.
Well, they can do that.
Yeah, I guess they can.
Jason, can we fly through fireworks in this country?
I don't know that answer. I'm going to say it's not smart to do so. How about that? I don't know of a regulation that forbids flying through fireworks. I mean, there's a regulation that says reckless endangerment, and if a firework hits it catches on fire and comes down as a flaming fireball, I'd imagine the FAA is going to slap you with reckless endangerment.
Okay, because I mean, everybody can fly at night and over people in certain situations now. Why not through fireworks?
Well,
it's going to happen.
Yes.
From my perspective, doing the news, I have seen numerous videos of people flying drones into fireworks displays, and it's happened in the United States. I've seen it happen in Australia and other places. And surprisingly enough, I mean, the footage itself is pretty spectacular. Now, if you're doing like a small drone, like a little DJI drone or something like that, and I've even seen a guy do an FPV drone through a fireworks display, which was pretty
awesome.
spectacular. But this being a Russian military drone, something that's probably big,
it's not going to hurt it.
A little bit more risky than most.
Well, it's not going to hurt it if it's metal. But I can tell you this: in 2015, I flew a Phantom 2 or 3 or whatever one was out through a fireworks display, and I almost lost my drone. So,
believe it.
Think twice, because if that gets knocked out of the sky, you're still the pilot in control, in command, and then you'll get in trouble if it hits anybody. But anyway, Jeff, I'm being told by my producer that doesn't exist that we have one more piece of video, and this is just for Jeff. I actually filmed this. Thank you, producer. It doesn't exist. I actually filmed this a couple weeks ago in Nashville with a camera that had a bit of a problem with the light, but just ignore that. And this is for you, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff, it's your buddy Ken out at the park here, Shelby Park in Nashville. And I have one question for you, my friend. What is that? What is it? What is that, Jeff? Go ahead. Tell everybody what it is.
Oh, dear God.
What is it, Jeff?
It looks like a melted bird.
It does, doesn't it?
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird, 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 well, the bird is a word. Well, a bird, 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 well, the bird's a well, a bird, 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 well, the bird is a word. Well, a bird, bird, the bird's a well, a bird, 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 well, the bird is a word. Well, a bird, bird, the bird's a well, don't you know about the bird? Well, everybody's talking about the bird. Well, a bird, bird, the bird's a well,
Oh. Second verse, same as the first. No, we're not gonna do that to you, Jeff. Jeff, how you doing, buddy? Buddy, what are you drinking, pal? What are you doing there? Jeff, what you drinking?
Coke.
Coke is a mixer in your house. It's not a drink.
Coke.
Oh, is it? Okay. All right,
Coke.
Jeff. Well, we're gonna let you go and finish your Coke. And I thank you very much for the news, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks
Just
for
put a thumb in
stopping
it.
by. Now get out.
Oh, that Jeff. He's still got the patience of Job, doesn't he?
He's just a good-looking guy. It's a nice balance, you and Jeff. The strikingly good-looking Jeff and Ken. It really balances the show nicely.
Yes, Jeff's chiseled features and porcelain skin are second to none. That's why I have him on, just for the ladies. And now, here's Jason with one of the best jokes of the night.
Hey, what do you call a Mazda at the top of a hill?
What?
A miracle.
Oh, come on.
Okay, what do you call two Mazdas at the top of a hill?
What?
A mirage.
Ah, come on, man.
I'm just trying to love on you. I don't know why you love that car so much. Just for some perspective, so everyone can see. Not only that, Ken has been coming to visit Florida. I've known Ken, 4 or 5 years now. I can't remember how long it's been. Ken has been coming to Florida for 4 or 5 years to come see me.
I'm gonna.
And every time, oh, my car broke down, my car this, and it's the car, Ken. You need to.
I'm not avoiding you. I just know that if I get too close to you, I'll get lost in your eyes. Anyway, hey. No, I'll come visit you, man. We got plans. It's warming up.
I just say super chats for Ken's car. That's if we could just dedicate super chats today to Ken's car, and you haven't done a single super chat yet either.
I know. Speaking of which, I want to thank everybody for the early super chats in the pre-show feed chat. That was wonderful. We got one new member tonight, and that is Eagle Spy 009. Welcome to the Heron Birds. Thank you so much. And Art Code Drone Solutions, $5 super chat. And Art, being the comedian, he says, chiropractors want you to think that they're just as good as doctors. Then they always have their offices between a pet store and a donut shop. Okay, well, thank you. And my goodness, looky here. Rob Camarda with a $50 super chat. My goodness.
I saw that.
He's such a big supporter of the show. Thank you very much, Robert. Have a great show, he says. Well, I will now. Thank you.
Love it.
And my buddy Chris Jacks with $5. He's the guy who fixes all my FPV quads. Not because I don't know how. I really don't know how. But because he loves doing it. And I don't want to deny him the pleasure.
Love it.
I even told him, I said, you sure? I love it. Bring them to me. Keep breaking them, he said. So I
keep crashing.
Yeah. He says, R.I.P. Zamboner and Super G-Spot. Send it until you end it. Yeah, these are the names of some of the quads that I'm bringing. There's a quad, Jason, an FPV quad that uses a Super G frame, and I've named it Super G-Spot. Get it? Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Newfoundland drones with a Canadian $5. Oh no, that's a super sticker.
Stickers, I like stickers. Yes, I do.
I do. And Joe Dillon, $24.99. What's it going to take to put you in this super chat? Just $24.99. Will include seat covers and an undercarriage treatment. Love your show. How do they auto charge the drones in a box since no one can plug it in? Does someone have to come by and manually do that? Viewers want to know.
Keeblers.
Yeah, I think we addressed this earlier. It is tiny little elves that come do that. Magical elves. WHM3 with $10. Here's to Dottie and the bird. Yes, that's the name of the girl who sang the bird song. Because if I played the real one, then I would get copyright notice.
Slapped.
And we've just been beau-sharted. Thank you very much. A Canadian $10 from Little Shart Beau-Shart. Thank you. I think Canadian money's it's almost like real money, right?
Yeah, that's way right.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Canada. David Hoffner, a member. Oh, we have 2 now. Goal of 10 tonight if we can do it. David Hoffner, thank you so much, and welcome to the Heron Birds. Awesome. Okay, we got to bring our guest in, Marc Langley. I know he's standing by. He is trying to put drones in the hands of first responders and emergency services, and that's a very lofty goal, and we appreciate him for that. But first, I don't want to neglect these viewer videos because there's a lot of them. Jason, how much time do you have tonight? What time is your bedtime?
I have dedicated my night to you, Ken.
Oh, hot diggity. All right. Well, I try to keep the show to at least a little over 2 hours. Sometimes it goes long.
All good.
So my question to you is,
yes,
you get to pick which viewer video we see. Do you want to go
to what is it?
Scotland, or do you want to go to Scotland?
Ooh, well, I'm a big Scotland fan, so Scotland left hand.
Are you sure? You sure you don't want to go to Scotland instead of Scotland?
Yes.
All right. We're going to Scotland left hand. This is from our buddy Ian Montgomery, and I'm not going to do a hokey Scottish accent because I know that probably irritates them to no end. But he says, "Hey Ken, I hope all is well. I thought I would send on this link for 2 reasons. 1, I thought you would like the scenery, and 2, I thought you would like some of the place names. The music is crap from YouTube, and so I changed it, Ian, just for you, to Epidemic. That is copyright-free music. Free trial links in the description. And they've got over 90,000 sound effects, and they're adding music compositions all the time. And remember, if it's not Epidemic, it's crap." Do you think...
Is that their real tagline, or did you add that?
I made that up, and they've never said anything.
Did you run that by their marketing team or anything?
No. As a business owner and a sponsor of the show, would you... if I started saying remotepilot101.com or it's crap, would that irritate you?
You couldn't irritate me, Ken. There's nothing you could possibly do.
Oh, you're the best. Well, wait till I sing my song. I'll irritate everybody. It'll be great. All right, here's the video from Ian in Scotland. Loch Slappin. That's the Slappin Loch. Tickle Loch is right next door over that mountain, so it's the Slappin' Tickle Lochs there, right next to each other. Slapping. This is beautiful, though. At Torrin. Okay. By the way, I see Brian Foster is trying to become a member. He says, I don't see a join button. Is that for just PC? I don't know how that works. I think it'll appear on your phone or your tablet. I'm not sure if it's PC or Mac exclusive, but hey, keep trying. You ever been to Scotland?
I have not, sir.
No? Well, look at all the stuff you're missing. You know, you're missing all the...
I'm missing a lot. I picture it to look much colder. It looks quite nice.
I mean, just for the slap and tickle lock system, you're going to want to go there and check it out.
Why would you not want to be there? Yeah, who doesn't want to get slapped and tickled?
Oh, man.
Look at that road. That road would be fun to drive, too.
Yeah, it would.
In a Mazda.
Well, one that runs, anyway. Oh, man. When I pass you on the highway with my flame shooting out the back going 140 miles an hour. Oh, who'll be laughing then? That is awesome. Thank you so much, Ian.
That's cool.
So that's our one Scott friend. Should we play the one from the right hand now?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, let's.
It's Scotland versus Scotland.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Vote in the chat. Let me know which Scotland beat which. Okay. And the loser loses their kilt. All right. This is from. Oh no. It's a name I can't pronounce. Oh. Let me remove my American tongue and install my Scottish tongue. Aye, that's much better. No, that was Irish. Hell, I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, his name is Graeme. Graham. Oh, Graham. Yeah, that makes sense. Graham, and then Inglis. Graham English. Like, I can't speak English anymore. Anyway, he says, hey, Ken, sorry to bother you. Just to say I've been watching your videos for a wee while now. I love that. A wee while. From Glasgow, Scotland, and really enjoy them. Thought you might like to see my first couple of goes with a drone, taking some video and editing. I got the DJI Mini 2 a few weeks ago. First ever drone, and I'm really liking it. I'm trying to fly with the pinch technique. Good. And I hope to get smoother control over time. Keep up the great videos and the finishing jokes. You bet. And so here is the Afton Reservoir in Scotland.
Cool.
Whoa. Wow. Not a bad first effort there, buddy. Thank you.
Super cool.
Graham. English. Appreciate that. All right. So, there's something else I wanted to play before we bring the guest in. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Yes. You know our buddy Tater from Louisiana. Oh, he's down there in Louisiana. He's just cooking us some moonshine.
Crawdaddies.
Get off my lawn with your drone. You're trying to film Emma Sue in her 9-piece. That's right, it's a 9-piece. I don't know how the hell she wears it, but she looks beautiful. I don't want you filming her, you crazy peeper. All right. So.
Good.
Yeah, so now that I've generalized about everybody in Louisiana, let's see this video from Tater and his tot. They're doing, there's no drones in this, but Tater's a big friend of the show, and I wanted to play this. It's kind of interesting. Here they are, father and son.
Hey everybody, it's Tater here, and we're going to do
Colton
and Colton, aka Tater Tot. We're going to do an experiment on Coca-Colas
You need an adult
and
for
Mentos.
this. You need an adult for this, right, Daddy?
You do need an adult for this. If you kids out there, make sure you get your mom and dad's permission. Anyway.
Mama, do you want to come close?
I'm looking.
All right, so we're going to screw this on really carefully. 5, 4, 3,
Get started.
2, 1, go!
And what does he do? He stands under it.
Oh no!
Holy macaroni, that thing was huge.
Tater Tot's a
that was
nut.
our experiment. Hope you liked it. Tater and Tater Tots out.
Wow. Okay. Very good,
Wow.
Tater. So, hey, you ever wonder why little kids are sticky?
Yeah, they just under a Coke fountain.
That's
wow.
it. Little...
I wonder why you never had kids, Ken. I'm just surprised.
Oh, because kids are horrible. Yeah. I didn't want any of those. I'll tell you exactly why. It's because I'm very selfish, and I didn't want to buy underwear and socks and food and college for someone else other than me, because it's all about me.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
If there was another
you
little
buy
person
underwear and
around,
socks for yourself.
you probably want to be fed once in a while and all that stuff. That hell with that. Anyway, so let's go ahead and bring our guest in as Jason tells us another wonderful joke. We're going to bring in Marc Langley.
Hey Ken, why did they pave those new sidewalks by your house?
Why?
So you can walk home after you tow your car.
Dude, that's so wrong. Why you do me like that, Jason? Why you do me like that?
I just love the picture. The picture. I mean, it's too good. It's all too good.
That picture is the last time I saw my car before it was towed away.
It's still in Maryland.
It's in Maryland, yeah. But it's all right. I'm getting it back
and
soon.
There's sidewalks. There's sidewalks in that picture too, which is great. So.
Yeah. I'm getting it back soon. Walk home. It's going to be all right, and I'm going to come visit you in Florida. Ladies and gentlemen,
all right.
I believe we've got Marc Langley. I see him there. There he is.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, welcome to the stream.
I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to tie in an Eclipse tater tots.
Wow.
Yeah. Now
the bar is very high.
Now I got to read. Now freaking Wirecast. Okay, let me hold on. Hey, stand by. I got to do some dip-de-doos here to get Jason in. Stand by for Jason.
I'm still here, I promise.
And now here is Marc with the joke. I'm just kidding, Marc. You don't have to do
that. You have to always be ready, though.
You got to be ready. And I clicked that and I hit that, and there's Jason. All right, we're all together. So, Marc, very quickly, tell us about this wonderful thing you're doing with the National Public Safety Drone Donation Program.
I hear a lot of feedback here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, are you watching the stream or are you watching us on Skype? Is there any way you can?
On Skype. Okay, let me close the.
If you're watching the stream, then there'll be a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Perfect.
All right. So tell us about your organization and what you're trying to do for everybody.
Well, National Public Safety Drone Donation Program started back in April of last year. We got our 501c3 certification from the IRS. And I actually met Jason. Jason, I don't know if you remember meeting me. I came down and met your family. I have a company called Airborne Works, and we were trying to help public safety at that time. And we really realized it was difficult for them to get the money that they needed for the hardware.
Yes.
And I was surprised to learn, Ken, that about 72% of all public safety agencies in the United States are 100% volunteer. So if you try to wrap your head around how many people are giving of their time and effort to help save other people, and most of them are using bingo sales and bake sales to buy the hardware that they need. And it's very difficult for them to meet. We just were watching your news clips there, and we were seeing information about how lives are being saved with drone technology, organ transplants, so many things that can be done. And we all know that drone technology has really come a long way. And so we work very hard to donate drones. We've donated 26 drones as of this point.
Where do you get your drones to donate?
Thank you. That's a great question. Autel Robotics has been great. They donated 14 brand new drones to us. They actually picked the pins on the map. If you go to npsddp.org, you'll see an interactive map down there, and the color maps, the red pins are search and rescue and fire departments, blue pins are police. And so they donated drones, and we also have some other partners. Fox Fury Lighting's a partner of ours, and they also sit on the board of directors, the advisory board for us. We also have partners that donate software. Locate, many people don't know about this software, but Locate is a software that's being used for search and rescue. And what it does, it looks at the actual pixels and identifies colors and separates them out from the natural colors, and it helps them to identify man-made colors for search and rescue.
Right, it eliminates
recovery.
It eliminates human error, essentially.
Well, actually, it sees things that human eyes can't see. They've got squinters. Like for now, if there's a search and rescue, and let's say they get 500 pictures of an area that they mapped out, they'll put that in front of a squinter, and 20 megapixel picture has 20 million pixels in it. This software looks at the individual pixel level based on the field of view. So if you're flying at 150 feet, you probably got a ground sampling distance of just under half an inch, and it can identify that color. Over 16 million colors it can identify, and it can pick out sneakers, hats, whatever, man-made colors versus natural colors.
That's
amazing. Software.
I've seen that in action.
Yeah.
So what percentage of emergency services and first responders are able to buy their own equipment? What were the statistics on that you said?
Well, we don't have statistics on who is being funded, but like the LAPDs and NYPDs of the world, they're well funded, and of course police are well funded because they have the criminal component. But the public safeties, I live in a small town in Connecticut, and it's mostly 100% volunteer. So they don't have the funding that is needed. But lives in this town are just as important as the ones in LA or New York, right? So we want to get these people those tools. And, we also have Skybrowse as another partner supporter. They donate their software. We have New Jersey American Water is also a partner supporter. If there's any companies out there or departments that have an old drone sitting on a shelf and you'd like to donate it to us, we can recycle that drone into the public safety and help them get some eyes in the sky.
That's a great idea. And if you do that, it's tax deductible, my friend.
We'll actually write you a certificate for that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Another thing I'm very excited to announce here that we have a partnership coming up with Women in Drones, a very well-run organization, and we're going to start donating the drones that we can't really meet the requirements of public safety for fast deployment to STEM programs. So we're going to start recycling those drones back into STEM programs as well, and we have some other exciting announcements coming up soon.
How can people help? And because I'm looking at your website now, and I get this thing that says
so
donate
you can click
now.
on the donate. You can click on the donate button over there and donate $25, $100, whatever you could do to help us. If you have an old drone on your closet that you want to get rid of, give us a call and we'll take it. There's actually an application down in there. Another way to help us is to just tell people about our foundation, because the more pins we can get on the map, the more people we can help, the more corporations we can reach out to help us support our program. And we're very pleased and happy to have the partners that we have, like the ones mentioned. It's just amazing to have people like this with their philanthropy helping us to put drones in the hands of public safety. We've actually had some really good experience. I'd like to share one with you.
Sure.
We did a donation. Autel Robotics chose the location down in Rio Grande, Texas, and within 45 hours of the donation, they were able to apprehend a person that was running in the bush that they would have otherwise lost. And we recently had a donation out in Erath County, and they had the drone for about 30 days, and they've credited the drone with saving at least one police officer's life, if not the woman who was carrying a gun that they spotted her when they sent the drone around the corner. It could have been a bad day for the cop or the person holding the gun. She gave up. She dropped the gun. She saw that they had a drone, and it de-escalated the situation.
As much as you see drones helping these people, the police out in the news, because they'll put that on any time that it happens. You would think that every police department in the country has access to this, but that's not true, because there's a lot of police departments that don't have the money, or they're not forward thinking enough to create an aerial department, because then that would require them to train one of their officers to be the Part 107 pilot, and then it's all budgetary.
You're exactly right, and then mostly, Ken, really it's the fire departments and the search and rescue groups. We also donate to search and rescue. Jason, right in your home state there, we donated to Florida Search and Rescue. Autel PIC chose them as one of the donation locations, so we were able to give them a drone. And it just feels really good to be able to help folks like this with this type of technology. It's just a great thing that we're doing with our partners, and anybody who would like to help. Another thing, Amazon. Everybody who shop on Amazon? Well, there's a thing called Amazon Smiles. It doesn't cost you a penny if you go there and shop on Amazon Smiles and you choose our foundation, or any foundation for that matter. They'll donate 0.5% of every dollar to the foundation. You think Mr. Bezos could afford at least 1 or 2%, but he's doing a half a penny, but we'll take it.
Yeah.
So get a couple 100,000 people shopping on Amazon, supporting our program. We can make a difference.
And there's a link in the description if you're interested. I see some people in the chat asking about becoming volunteers for you to for hands-on kind of. Do you need people? Do you need bodies?
We absolutely do. The website that you see was done by a volunteer. We also have a grant program to where we hold monthly. The first donation was, we have a partner called Dynamic International, and they help public safety agencies find where the money is. The new administration in Washington just released a large sum of money that will be available specifically for public safety, and we can help direct public safety agencies towards those funds. We have grant writers that have volunteered their time to us. It's just great to have these partners that are helping us get this work done. So that's another thing, Ken, that we do as well.
Well, let me ask you this. Now, you can donate a drone and get a tax break. If you try to donate a GoPro Karma, do you get in trouble? Nobody wants that. Nobody wants one of those. Nobody wants one of those.
Well, so here's one of the requirements. It's got to be safe to fly.
Yeah.
It's got to have a battery, and it's got to have a camera. Eyes in the sky for every department in need. That's our tagline.
Right.
So, we're trying to help save lives, not create issues. So.
Right. Do you yourself fly drones for fun or profit?
I own a company called Airborne Works. In fact, we're FLIR dealers, we're Leica dealers, we're Autel dealers, and we also sell training. We also sell Jason's class. In fact, I went through Jason's class. I think I was student number 642. I'm just saying.
He's not wrong. Mark is the real deal. I'm talking back at the very, very beginning. Mark, you showed up in your super cool van. I remember, with all the cool toys in it and everything else. I remember that. That was
van, yeah.
Exactly. That was the early days of Part 107. You may have even had a 333 before that, if I remember appropriately.
I did apply for the 333, and I sat in on one of your Facebook things.
That's right.
That sold me. Your class is great, Jason. It's just a great class.
Thank you, my friend. But yeah, Mark's been in this a long time, so he's the real deal.
Yeah, so I do fly, Ken, and also when people do business with us at Airborne Works, we donate 5% of the net proceeds, no matter what the product you buy, the software to locate, Skybrowse, any of the training, Jason's class, whatever it is you buy it from us, we'll donate 5%, because we have a saying, we need to make a living, not a killing, and we want to help public safety out. We really are so appreciative for those men and women that donate their time, especially the ones that donate their time. That's not to minimize the ones that get paid. They risk their lives as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, you have to appreciate the volunteers in our lives.
There's some amazing tools coming out. The technology is changing at breakneck speed. Any of us in the industry see that, right? We see it happening.
Yeah.
So anybody who wants to support us, they can reach us at info@nps-ddp.org. They can reach out to me directly there, and I'll be more than happy to take your call. We can set up a time to chat. And if you got an old drone, or if you know a corporation that has old drones, or like American Water, they took all their Phantom 4s. They have a drone program for inspecting water towers and things. They'll take all their old drones and recycle them into our program. So the more companies we get like that doing that, the more drones we can get out in there. And the idea, Ken, is to get the municipalities educated about the value of drones so that we can help get this stuff funded. And then when it comes time to write the funding, we have grant writers that will help put this together for them so that they can get federal money if they don't have enough for their local funding to get it done.
Right, and this is more than just a convenience for these departments. The drones are actually saving actual people's lives, and
locate one of the partners there is Gene Robinson. Gene Robinson is probably one of the most known persons on the planet for search and rescue. He's been doing it probably longer than anybody else. He wrote the book on First to Deploy, and he's very much involved with these locate software, and we are really working hard to get this in the hands of public safety. In fact, I'll be making a trip to the Robotics Summit in Texas next week, and then from there I'm going to New Mexico, and we're donating a license of locate to a Navajo Indian reservation search and rescue team that just received a donation from the local coal company. And so we're going to teach them how to use this and to find people out in the wilderness.
Wow.
So
This is amazing what you do. You're very busy, and you're educating, and you're putting drones in the hands of people that help us. We appreciate you
Ken,
very much
for giving up some of your time here. I was watching your show up until the time and thinking, how the heck am I going to top tater tots? This is just like. And I got one question for you: is there really pigeon jerky?
Oh, no.
No, really. I mean, I saw you segued right into the first.
Yeah, you know what? To be honest with you, yeah, there are some people that make it. There are some people.
Is it really pigeon meat or?
Yeah. I don't have any here for sale, but
sorry, I just
it's an actual
maybe
thing.
give it away as a door prize. Or something,
Yeah, that's the yummy nummy. I've never had some myself. I mean, I eat it all the time, of course, pigeon jerky. Love you guys. Yeah. But anyway, hey, thank you very much for doing what you do. You're a very busy guy. If you need help, I'm sure there's people watching that will help, that will donate their old drones. Maybe they're just lying around, don't know what they're collecting dust, and now they can do some good for both emergency services, first responders, and get that tax money.
And Ken, just to answer your question, we are seeking volunteers, and we put them on our website. In fact, if you go to our website, we have all our volunteers listed there with their bios and what they do. If they offer service, we'll help promote their service. We really appreciate their giving their time to us to help us help others.
It's all about networking, and there's a link to where you can find this guy in the description. All right. And thank you very much, Mark, for doing what you're doing, for taking time for us tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Ken.
All right.
Thanks,
see you,
Mark.
buddy.
Good to see you.
All right.
Nice seeing you, too.
All right. Well, you guys are old buddies.
Well, I know a lot of people, Ken. I'm not as popular as you. I wasn't the cool kid in school. But,
yeah, you were. You know what? You were a cool kid in preschool. Ta-da! Ah, there we go. Look at you. Yeah.
That is accurate.
Yep.
That's a good-looking kid. Look at those blonde curls.
Yeah, that totally looks like you, man.
Thank you.
There's no denying it. That you've got that Schappert swagger. Look at that. There you go. Yeah. I'm piloting this lawnmower or whatever the heck I'm sitting on. That's right. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
I forget I send you these things. This is trouble.
Oh man. Yeah. Oh boy. I don't forget stuff, but I don't want to forget. My goodness, all the super chats and new members. Let's go over them real quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
Where did we leave off? Oh, okay. New member and ladies and gentlemen, Dynadrone with a $5 super chat. Here you go, Ken. Now go to Florida. I'm coming to Florida. We got this whole big plan thing that we're going to do, right?
We've had it planned for 5 years. That's why I gave $5 maybe. One for each year.
It hasn't been that long.
You know what?
It hasn't been that long.
You've been leading me on. What do they call that when someone flirts with you on the internet and then doesn't talk to you anymore?
They call that every relationship I've ever been in. That's what they call it. But no, man, I'm coming. We're going to hang out. We're buddies. Come on. All
right.
All right. All right. Like, seriously, my car, I know you're teasing me about it. I just talked to him yesterday. It's going to be ready soon.
Wait.
In fact,
which car is it? Is it this car? Is that the car?
Yeah, it's that car.
That one.
Yeah. In fact, Jason, I'll have you know that my morning show partner, Jason.
Good guy. I love him already.
Great guy.
Pilot named Jason. He could fill in for me. I'm interested. We're hiring.
He's going to fly me to Maryland so I don't have to drive. And then I'm going to drive the car back.
Good.
Yeah.
How many parabolic arcs are you going to do?
I hope a lot. I love them. I don't like pulling the G's, but I like being weightless. That's fun. Is that legal to do that? If you're just a pilot, can you just do that in a private plane?
Again, that falls under reckless endangerment.
Okay.
Careless, reckless operation, Code of Federal Regulations 91.3.
Because there was a lady who was a very prominent aviator who went under a bridge.
I saw it.
For fun, but she turned off her ADS-B, supposedly. I
saw it.
What are your feelings on that?
I saw it. I will... I'm not one to point fingers, right? Because you know what, Ken? I know you're perfect, but I've made mistakes before, and when I make mistakes, and if they had ever made super public, I hope people have grace.
But you never turned off your ADS-B to fly under a bridge.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. I thought that was an interesting story. All right. Hey, where did I leave off? Oh, yeah. Rob Agnew. Good Lord Almighty. $20 super sticker.
Stickers.
I like stickers. Yes, I do. Some people, that song really grates on their nerves, and I apologize. Johnny Caffeine, I got to get...
in my head.
Do you? Let me see.
Yeah, I really do sometimes.
I have to get this guy's sound effect. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Johnny Caffeine. There he goes. Man, he's all hopped up on the caffeine. Whoa, man, he's fast. Thank you very much for the $5. D&D aerial views, that's Keith. A question. Is Jason coming to Minefield this year, or just his cardboard self, who is a great listener but doesn't say much? Great question. And I was going to actually wait to make the announcement for Minefield after Rampage was over, because I didn't want anybody to, get feelings hurt or whatever by promoting my thing just before their thing. But yes, I can tell you that Minefield is all set. The Minefield meet for anything that flies with the camera, fixed wing, doesn't, anything. Last year you weren't able to make it. Will you be able to make it this year? Not to put you on the spot. I didn't.
Are you allowed to advertise dates yet? I mean, I don't want to make any promises.
Oh yeah, August 21st. That's the day before my birthday. That's a Saturday in August.
August 21st. I'm adding it to the calendar. Oh. And I will get back to you, sir.
Oh. Okay, that's
such a good friend. I mean, it's kind of like you coming to visit me.
You're very busy. Oh yeah. Oh, it's gonna be like that. Okay, all right. Well, I'll
That's
see it.
how it is.
I'll
It's
see
really
it Minefield 2025 then.
I'm just a lock slapping you back is all I'm doing,
Remote pilot. That's this person's name. $10. Oh. Hey Ken, Jason. Jason is the best co-host. Love the show.
Wow. Don't tell Kelly Green.
No. Well, you're certainly more tan than he is.
That's less green.
Yes. Brian Foster just became a new member. Hey, thank you so much. Welcome to the Herrenbergs.
Best decision of his life, seriously.
Absolutely. And, we just started doing this pre-show members-only video stuff, and boy, the thing we recorded with Jason, no, don't tell anybody, but...
I won't. I mean,
whoa.
About the part when Jeff was getting dressed, like the pre-show hair and makeup for Jeff.
There is nudity.
That's going to be...
Ladies, you're going to want to see
membership.
That. Yeah,
through the roof.
You only see it if you remember. And Legwork, hey, with a 5-pounder, all the way from the UK. Thanks for the 5 pounds. If Mark wants to go international, I'll gladly help by taking a drone. Okay. All right. I don't think that's how that works. But thank you very much, Legwork. Rob Lenset with the $5. Thanks, Jason. Passed my test today. 90%. All hail M0A. Thanks, Ken, for the discount code. Heron 18, by the way, in case you forgot. I don't know if I mentioned that enough, but there it is. 30% off. And both you guys are awesome, he says. Thank you so much. Lone Star UAV. $5. How do you get Ken's car to go faster? Ask the tow truck driver to floor it. Oh.
We started a trend. There's a trend.
Oh, where's my...
I see the next Ken Heron t-shirt. It's a Mazda on a tow truck, with a drone flying over it.
It has been in the shop for a while.
The graphic artists, if they could draw that up, that'd be great.
We'll
get it in the store.
Oh, you have your graphics department on that. Okay. I don't have a graphics department. I don't think that's fair. But anyway, thank you very... Oh, and Dynadrone. Another $5. I'm trying to set up a drone program in my fire department. That's right. Dynadrone's, I think, a volunteer as well. So yes, by all means, do that. And if you need to talk to Marc Langley, and he can give you some tips about how to get that going, there's a link in the description. Florida UAV Systems. Hey, $5. Super sticker. Thank you very much. I'm not going to play the song again just because it annoys some people. But TMC 3D with the $10. Emergency Mazda Rescue Fund. I tell you what.
Necessary.
That $10 will, let's see, how much gas can I get for $10? How many miles would $10 in this horribly energy inefficient rotary engine get me?
20 or 30.
No, maybe not even that much, depending on how many flames I shoot out. Oh, yeah. But thank you. Newfoundland Drones with a $10. Thank you so much. Miata Fun. Yeah, that's...
Ooh.
Yeah. Now,
wow, was that an upgrade or a downgrade?
I mean, it's still a Mazda. I mean, Miatas are legendary. They're legendary for their handling. Anyway, this is a drone show. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to do it. Anyway, all right. So I've got a song for Jason. I don't know if I should do that now. Probably should have done at the beginning of the show, or my voice isn't going to crap already. But let's.
Yeah, I hate for you to sound bad.
Yeah, that'd be bad. Let's go ahead and play some more viewer videos, okay? And then, of course.
That way you can soothe your voice in the meantime.
Yeah, I can rest it. But we got a lot of stuff to give away. Got Freewell filters. We got this cool drone. This is a light-up drone.
Ooh. Who makes it? It's pretty cool looking.
It's Tomzon. It's really cool. I'll fly it here in a second, and it'll blow all my papers around. And then we got the drone home game. This is like a board game, and the object is to get your alien into the center, and it flies away in an actual real drone.
Really?
Yeah, this was given to us by Jimmy J. Center ice, Jimmy J. All right, let's get into this video. You let me know when you're bored, Jason. I'll let you go. I've been up since 4 a.m. I've been up since 4 a.m. I'll probably go 24 hours in this stream. Oh, yeah.
You've done it before.
I did for charity, and I'll never do it again. Never.
I remember that.
Never. Well, I might do it again. All right, so do you like covered bridges?
I love covered bridges.
Who doesn't? Covered bridges are awesome.
Yep.
This is from Stuart Casey Annis. And I'll just go ahead and start. This is the Bunker Hill Covered Bridge. He says, greetings, Ken. I wanted to send in my first UAS video upload. This was my first attempt to edit a video. Before Wednesday, I'd never messed around with video editing. I'm probably not going to win any Oscars, but I'm happy with the results. Your channel has inspired me to get out and use my drone to tell some small stories about the Carolinas and the unique and weird features in North and South Carolina.
Ooh, that was tight.
Yeah. That is a interesting, teeny tiny little no car can go on it covered bridge.
Yeah, well, I don't know what its purpose is. To be covered.
Horses. Oh, do you know why bridges are covered, Jason? You're from Florida,
No, I don't.
so you don't know. Okay. Well, here's a bit of information for you. Covered bridges are usually found in snowy or rainy parts of the country, and they're covered because when bridges were made out of wood, it would
too heavy.
Well, that and it would rot. The snow would sit on the wood and rot the wood, and if you have a horse and carriage going across, it's just a lot easier to get across when there's no snow on it. Yeah, and that's why so many covered bridges still exist, because they were covered. The non-covered wooden bridges are gone. Yeah, a little fun fact for you. Yeah. Oh wow, I don't know what that is, but kind of creepy. I think the forest people are waking up.
I thought it was your soundboard.
No, wasn't me. Stuart, thank you so much for sending that in. Hey, if you want to send in a video to share it with us, you can do that. Send it right here, kenheronupload@gmail.com. Please include what music you used in your video, because YouTube gets upset if you, man, my favorite song is Beth by Kiss. I want to put that in my video. Well, YouTube's going to be like, nah, I can't do that. So use Epidemic Sound. Free trial links in the description for 30 days. This is retroactive. So that means that if you use this on your videos for 30 days and then decide, nah, I don't want it. I don't know who would do that. You got to be crazy. But it's retroactive, so they won't penalize you. It's just fun to say penal, isn't it?
Yeah, why do you say it that way?
Free trial links in the description. Hey, if it's not Epidemic, it's crap! Right? It's a great
I'm sure the marketing team loves you.
Man, Epidemic on the front. It might be crap on the back. If it's not, Epidemic. T-shirts, waiting on those. All right. In honor of Rampage, I am looking forward to this. I'm spending all day tomorrow. All day.
Driving.
Well, yeah, it's 8 hours away from me. But all day just charging batteries and getting stuff ready and packing it in the little car that I'm using.
What do you drive now?
It's a Fiat 500 Abarth. Do you know what those are? It's like a little clown car, roller skate.
Little two-seater clown car.
Yeah, it's like a girl car, but it's got a turbo.
It's like a fast, smart car.
Yeah, it's got tinted windows, so I'm fine. I'm fine in there. Nobody has to see me. This is from Love to Rip, so we're gonna rip some.
Sounds good.
Let's rip it. Have you been practicing with your FPV, Jason?
I have, but I want to note I never rip it in the RAS.
No, that's the one rule. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's rip.
Well, let's let it rip right now.
Let's rip some rocks. This is actually
right,
really,
do some click
really
diving.
awesome.
Way up there.
All right. So he says, "Hey Ken, love your live shows on Thursdays. Just joined the Heron Birds. Yay!"
Whoa.
I've attached a video of my trip a friend and I made to Alona Bay on Lake Superior, Ontario, Canada. The music used is from Epidemic Sound, as you can tell.
Why it's so awesome, yeah.
Because it's so awesome, yeah. Thanks, love to Rip FPV, aka Eric.
Which drone is this? Do you know?
I think it's the DJI FPV. I think.
Really? I don't see the props, so that's surprising.
Yeah, maybe it isn't. I think he's using a DJI FPV unit. But I think the video, because it's a rectilinear lens, it looks like it's not fisheye. Could be a Hero 9. I just bought a Hero 9 to bring with me to Rampage. The video is amazing.
Yeah, I've been using a ton of them. I love them.
But, you know,
5K and everything's great.
Flying like a $400 quad with a $500 camera on it, it's a little...
Yeah.
You take less chances.
Crazy.
Yeah. Look at this guy over water. Now that's brave.
Yeah, shooting a gap over water, that is super brave.
Yeah. So have you been flying FPV, Jason?
Not as much as I should, sir. Your skills would outpace me right now. But you wouldn't know that because you haven't come to visit me. So.
I'm gonna come visit. I'm gonna.
And then we could go out to some cool spots.
Okay. And I can tell you this, my confidence outpaces my skills at this point.
That's dangerous. Yeah, that can be dangerous.
So you can point to some. That's machoism.
Awesome.
That's machoism. That's one of the 7
macho
deadly
hazardous
sins.
attitude.
That's it. What do they
5,
call it?
but yes.
5
there's only
deadly
5.
sins. Okay. Yeah. Like, hey, look, watch me.
I passed my recurrent. My name's Ken Heron.
Hold my beer. Watch this.
Exactly.
Do you dare me to fill in the blank? That's
exactly.
Yeah. But
a wave came.
Oh, this is great stuff. Oh, that's awesome, man.
That was super cool.
Thank you so very much. Ripping rocks with Eric. Fantastic. All right. We just got a letter.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from.
Were you a fan of Steve?
Yeah, Steve. He was a little, like, now that I'm older, he kind of had like a creepy vibe.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, it was like, oh, Steve and Blue, they're awesome.
Yeah. Blues Clues,
yeah.
Man. Yeah. Steve,
Yeah,
look at him.
There should be a show that follows, like, where are these people now? Like, what do you do with your career after you've been pigeonholed as the Blues Clues guy?
Yeah, you just troll the rehabs. You'll find these guys. But he did look a little creepy, didn't he? He was like, hey, come on, kids, let's go into my windowless van. I got candy in there. There's a blue dog in there. Trust me, for real. All right. But so this I got a while back, and this is from Brent, and I apologize, Brent. I loved Brent's username and his logo, so he sent me a sticker of it. He sent me a sticker. So isn't that cool?
Ooh, eat more possum.
Eat more possums.
That is super cool.
Yeah.
Love possum.
So I love it. I'm gonna put it on something cool. And thank you very much.
Maybe on the Abarth.
Brent. Yeah. Yes. That's where it's going for realsy.
All right, good.
All right. Oh, all right. Let's go to Germany, and then I'll sing. Then I'll sing a song for you.
All right.
I've been practicing.
Where in Germany are we going?
Let's go to a place I can't pronounce.
What do we start with?
Schleswig-Holstein.
Anyway.
Anyway,
I'm very familiar.
It says, hey, Ken, many greetings from the far north of Germany. Here in Schleswig, Holstein. There is a river called Eider. At its mouth, there is a coastal protection structure, the Eider Barrage. I took all the video with my Mavic 2 Pro. Music and sound effects are from Epidemic, because if it's not Epidemic, Jason, what is it?
It's really bad.
He can't say it because he can't say it.
You'll never hear me say a bad word.
I know.
Or a potty word.
Because I would loop it in a song.
I know. Although if they were a member, though, I came close on the pre-show chat.
You did, and you got to be a member to see that.
Yeah, you have to be.
Yeah, hold on. You don't want to miss that. All right. So now let's go to Germany.
That was good. That was really good.
Oh, thank you. I've practiced. So here it is. He says, I took all the video of the Mavic 2 Pro. It's epidemic, because if it's not epidemic, it's crap. Many greetings to Ashley, Kelly, and Jeff. And by Volker Draal. Volker Draal. I think that's how. I don't know, but he knows his name and how to pronounce it, so I don't have to. There is
dramatic epidemic music.
Yeah, you know, there are so many interesting bits of infrastructure in other countries. Some countries have a lot of water stuff that they have to span, so the interesting bridges and train stuff and aqueducts, and it's really interesting.
It's like an air traffic control tower.
It does, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But I think it just controls this awesome bit of infrastructure, and you can see in the background, you can see their wind power farm back there. But look at this thing. This is a tunnel that's on the outs. That's like a tube.
Is it a tunnel? If it's out, is it a covered bridge?
Oh yeah.
At this point,
I guess it would be, wouldn't it?
But I mean, a tunnel has to go under something. I feel like this is just a covered bridge.
I guess so, but I think the water comes.
I mean, if the water comes up and over it, but there's a sidewalk up there.
What a crazy structure.
Wow.
Very cool. You think the local kids try to skateboard up there?
Absolutely they do.
Oh, yes, they would.
Mm-hmm.
I bet that. You know what? Driving my Mazda Rotary through that would sound fantastic. Man. Oh, it would echo so nice.
It would, with some flames coming out the back and a possum sticker. Whew.
Now, here's where you say, but Ken, the tow truck couldn't fit in there at the same time to come get you.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Oh, that's just wonderful. You see stuff that you might not ever get to see in person here. Thank you, Volker.
Yeah. That was very cool.
His name's Volker.
That's a cool name too. Like I picture he's like super strong, like in one of those strongman competitions.
Yes.
Like
I'm Volker.
Volker.
Don't mess with me. I don't need the carjack.
On his muscles.
I don't know why I'm putting on an Austrian accent. But I default whenever I do this. I always go to Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? His accent.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Now, gotcha. In honor of Marc Langley being on, we have an emergency responder. This is a fire captain.
Cool.
This is Captain Paul Windmeyer from the Goodwill Fire Department. And he made this little video, he says, with my Mavic Mini. This is firefighter training. He says, this is a fire department called Goodwill Fire Department in Westchester, near Philly. Now, I grew up in that area, so I'm very familiar with Westchester. It says, I'm the captain of the station. I'm so proud of my volunteers and the work they do. I hope that you mention them and maybe show a clip. Thanks for all you do for the drone community. I tell you, usually people see firefighters, EMS people on the worst days of their life.
Yeah.
If you ever see a firefighter out in front of the station, just hosing down the truck or whatever, EMS just out, just thank them. When you're not having an emergency, when they're not putting a neck brace on you.
Sure.
It takes a special kind of person to do these things.
Oh, wow.
Pretty good shots with the Mini.
It is pretty good shots for the Mini.
Yeah.
And this is great for them to even go back and review how they did, how it's cool.
Yeah, very nice.
Like the Monday morning quarterback kind of stuff. They can go back and watch.
Yeah, see with the laser pointer.
Cool.
Like, I didn't like your form on this. When you went in for the extra point with your hose.
Over here.
Yeah, we need a little bit more spritz. We need more spritz over here I'm all verklempt. Okay. I grew up in
That
Philly.
was more German than your previous
No,
Austrian.
that was Yiddish. I grew up in Philly, near Hasidic
that's right.
Jews.
Sorry.
Yes, in the Hasidic Jewish part of the city. So I know a little bit of Yiddish. You're a mensch. You're a mensch. All right. One more viewer video. Then how about a song?
I'm ready, sir.
Okay. Now let's see how many people are going to jump ship because I'm about to sing. Oh yeah, we're leeching people. That's all right. Who cares? This is
great.
This is from our buddy Mike Roche in Syracuse. I used to live in Syracuse as well. I've lived in just about all the places.
You've lived a lot of places. Did the towns keep kicking you out, or what happened?
Well, I'm in radio, you see, and so
You've been everywhere, man.
I have been everywhere. I kept U-Haul on Redal and just had inflatable furniture. It was easy to move. Hey Ken, Mike Roche again. I thought I would submit another video for use on TNL, and here it is. The old Westcott Reservoir is a landmark here in Syracuse. It was out of service, but then given new life when $40 million of renovations were completed. And until 2009, it was the mecca up here for sledding in the wintertime. You might recognize it from your time in Syracuse. And who knows, maybe you were kicked out of here as well.
Did he put that in there?
He did.
Or did you add that?
No, he put that in there.
People know you. You have a reputation.
Yeah, it's true. I don't remember this place. I've never seen it. I would have loved to have seen it and sled.
Yeah.
Wow, man. So this used to be an open air reservoir. So those tanks weren't there before. And those...
Interesting.
Yeah, those mounds just kept the water in.
I wonder how they drained it to then build the tanks.
Well, that's the problem, you see, because you get a little bit of erosion, you're going to flood your town.
Yeah.
So it's good that they put those giant hockey pucks in there.
Yeah, wow.
It was nice of them.
Cool.
Westcott Reservoir. Good old Syracuse. Look at these guys. Yeah, look at these guys.
Just chilling.
He's thinking, what is that? Sounds like a hornet, but no wonder deer get shot. You know, like no wonder they get a bow through the head. Look at those dumbasses just sitting there. Hey, I heard a noise. I'm gonna sit here and try to figure it out until I get my head blown off and then end up on a wall. Too bad for you, deer, being so delicious and everything. That's on you, deer. If you weren't so damn delicious. All right. Yeah. Anyway, all right. So, am I forgetting anything? Did I forget anything? No. No, I didn't know anything. Oh,
you
hey.
Forget something?
You know, me. If I keep doing this show for another 4 years, I'll be pushing 60. Certainly, some of the brain cells. It'll be an interesting. The older I get, the more interesting the show will be.
How are we going to get all this camera equipment into your nursing home? That's the question.
We'll just throw it in the back of the tow truck, the flatbed that's carrying my Mazda. There's plenty of room. You son of a gun. All right. I tell you what we're going to do now. We're going to make it very simple.
Yes.
For someone to win right after I fly this little drone. We're going to give this away. I want to thank Tom Zahn for sending this to me. The props
no
light up.
affiliation to Amazon?
Yeah, Tom's Zahn. I flew this today. It's gonna blow all my papers away. But look at this. This, I don't particularly like toy drones, but this one, this is a great learner drone. Not to mention the fact that it lights up the props.
I mean, that's a win-win.
Things that light up are always better than things that don't.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I got the and it's one of these toy drones where you don't need a stinking app. You know?
Ooh, that's nice.
They always make you get an app. So you just turn this on like that, right? It binds, and then you do the sticks like that.
Yeah.
And then we're flying.
Like newbies.
There we go. And it's fairly quiet.
Wow.
Is it in frame?
It's in frame. Yeah. Now it's out of frame.
Oh, it's out of too high? Okay, I'll bring it down. There we go. But this thing, I mean, it's fun. It is really fun. Let me see if I can land it in my hand. Look at that. Look at that.
Wow. So you practiced.
Somebody can win this and have fun learning the controls and get it caught up in your little sister's hair. That's always fun. Little sisters love drones. All right, so we're just going to do it very simple by saying the magic words. They're already doing it. Pick me! Pick me! Pick me! All right. Now, we'll do pick me plus a compliment for Jason. Compliment Jason in some way.
So they have to say pick me and give an affirmation, which is my love language.
Yes,
we talked about it in pre-show.
That's right. That's right. So pick me, and then next to it, some kind of compliment for Jason, and he will pick the best compliment.
Wow. Okay, this is great. Let's see. I got a cursor here. Let me start scrolling. Let me freeze this for a second.
Yeah. Oh, they're so complimentary.
There's some good ones. I am just best watches ever. I mean, there's some nice things. Gorgeous
they
smile.
Love you.
I mean, are they talking about me or you? I mean,
yeah, and they're using your emoticon too. That's cool. The members can use the emoticon.
I see that. I see that. I really, you know what? I have to go with Eric Lipinski. Jason is so polite. I appreciate that, Eric. Thank you.
Eric Lipinski.
If my mother was watching, she'd be so proud, but she's in bed by now, probably.
Congratulations, Eric. Make sure you email me here and remind me that you won because I forget stuff. You know. And you can stop saying pick me. And I think it might be time to sing a song to Jason.
Wow. You wrote this yourself? Like, how much effort did you put into it?
It's a parody song of a familiar song that I think most people will like. Let me get a little bit of water. I got to get lubricated here.
Ooh, our buddy 400 AGL said Jason has better hair than Ken. I just want to point that out real quick.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, see if you talk to him again.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
I didn't even do anything today. I just woke up.
Oh, see, you're just naturally that way. Oh man. All right.
So tell me more about the song. What is the inspiration for this?
This song is it will tell people about remotepilot101.com.
Can I use it in my marketing materials?
Of course, if you want to, if you think it's good enough. Let me get that ready, and we need a little bit of this here. Testing. Me. Get the COVID out of the way.
Yeah, can you say that?
Yeah. And now, Jason, there is a part of the song where I need you to come in with your air guitar solo. Okay?
I will do one better than that, sir. But yes, whenever you're ready.
I will prompt you, and right for now, I'm gonna. And I know you want to sing along, sing harmonies, but I'm gonna go ahead and mute you so you can just wail away. All right, here we go. Well, I started out with the FAA, got the information, and I didn't have to pay. But as I took that test, I needed more. I guess you get what you pay for. I'm learning to fly that 107 I'm chasing. The best teacher is a guy named Jason. For the good old days may not return, flying eagle. Follow the rules. Let's keep things legal. FAA will let you down, break your heart, and push you around. But there's a place to learn. Yeah, you know where. Use Heron 18 when you get there. I'm learning to fly just under a cloud. Get certified. You'll be so proud. All right, Jason, hit that guitar solo. Yeah. Woo! I'm learning to fly. Yeah, I'm getting the smarts. The hardest thing are the sectional charts. I'm learning to fly, and I'm not alone. Everyone wants to get a drone. Yeah, we're learning to fly. Go tell your mom. Remote pilot 101.com. All right, yeah.
Wow. I mean, I am sure Tom Petty's estate is not going to hit you with a copyright slap on that one. I am positive.
Worth it. Worth it.
You know, Tom Petty's grew up just the next town north of us, actually.
Did he?
Yeah, you know the old 441, like waves crossing on a beach? Like that goes through Ocala.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Very cool.
I'm telling you, man.
I'll pass that on my way down to visit you. In my Mazda.
In what, 5 years? Bring the Abarth. You and your clowns. Bring them down.
All right. Did you like the song?
It was really great. How much effort you put into it? Because it clearly shows.
A little bit, yeah.
Hey, by the way, viewership went from 492. I wrote it down.
Yeah.
To 386.
Yeah.
This singing thing is really, really. There's something here to it. There's something good for viewership. Just so you know.
Yeah, I figured that. That's all right. The true diehards are here, and that's fine. Hey, speaking of diehards, let's thank the people who are supporting the show very quickly. We got that. We did that. Oh, Doc Murdoch, FPV, with a $5 super chat. He says, why do Mazda RX-8s have hand warmers in the back of the trunk lid? To keep the driver's hands warm while pushing it home. Man.
Okay. Yeah.
Man, that hurts. That hurts.
Yeah.
All right. Would you like to see... No, that's the viewer video of the week, and it's really cool. Would you like to see Nevada, or is it Nevada? Is it Nevada?
I'm a Nevada kind of guy.
Okay, we'll go with that. This is from Jason Johnson. So many Jasons. You can't have too many.
Yeah, powerful.
So here he is. This is a Mesquite, Nevada, and an Iowa wind farm.
Hey YouTube, it's Jason again with JJ Drones coming to you from outside Mesquite, Nevada. I found a really cool place to fly, so let me show you where I'm going to be doing it.
And he says in the email, he says, Ken, I'm really proud of this video and the time I took in the editing and color correction. Would love it if you would consider showing it on Thursday night. This video was shot in Mesquite, Nevada. The music is Epidemic Sound because it's not crap.
Because it's amazing.
That's what he said. He said right here in the email, it's not crap. What are the rules for manned pilots around wind farms?
You stay away from them because they're moving, and right now at that moment it's only 100 feet. Now at that moment it's at 120 feet.
Oh right, it changes. Is that why there's piles of bird bodies at the feet of these things?
Usually, yeah. Have you ever been? They're very loud too. If you've ever been around them, they make a ton of noise.
Are they?
Yeah, very loud. At least the ones I went through. I guess it would have been Western Texas.
I saw a dude base jump off of one that wasn't moving. He just walked down the blade. Oh my God, they're so big. You don't know how big they are until you see one single blade on 4 trucks going down the highway. And by the way, that was great, Jason Johnson. Thank you very much for sending that in. Yeah, do you know how much one blade is on those things?
Like weight or length or
money?
What?
Money.
Oh, money. No, gosh.
The one I saw, it was one of the bigger ones. It was $147,000 for one blade.
Like 147,000 Mazdas. What are they, about $1,000?
Oh, come on, man, with the Mazdas. You're killing me. Oh. You know what I need after that? After seeing that picture multiple times, I think we need to step into the Raz Chamber. Yes, let's step into the Raz Chamber, everyone. Where everything is good in the world. No one makes fun of your awesome sports car. And everyone is as tan as Jason Schappert. Everyone's teeth glisten in the sun as his do. And everyone has perfectly coiffed hair. It's a wonderful place to be. There is one rule and one rule only here in the Raz Chamber, and what is that?
We should never demonstrate the free air release technique.
Yes, aka no farting in the Raz. So sit back and enjoy. Junk pick. Shame on you, Junk pick. Junk pick. What a great username.
It is good.
It implies that you're going to get some unwanted texts.
What is the history of the Raz? Where'd that come from? Where did this come from?
I think I did it just like pigeon jerky. I did it once, and then
and it just stuck.
That's it. Yeah. So, and I'm grateful because you have something like that, that's yours, and you can sell T-shirts.
No one can take it
sell
from you.
Bumper stickers and no, and it's just a peaceful place to be. It's a peaceful place to go and just relax until Junk Pick farts in it. Shame on you, Junk Pick. Shame. Now, there's something else I wanted to share. In the meantime, while I look this up, here is Jason with another non-Mazda joke.
I have a non-Mazda joke for you here.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
Why didn't the oysters let me fly my drone over them?
Why?
Because they were shellfish.
I like that one. That's a good one.
Pretty good.
Alexa,
Pretty good.
tell me a joke.
My 6-year-old came up with that one, actually.
Where do chocolate and peanuts go to hang out?
Where?
Who cares? They're just a bunch of goobers.
I think yours was funnier.
Thank you. Glad I'm better than Jeff Bezos.
Now, I got a couple other videos I want to show you.
Okay.
This is Trucker Beetle Bailey, which is a great username. I think I saw him in the chat. And he's flying his DJI FPV and crashed it. Did it live? Let's find out. And he's flying it at a truck stop because he's a trucker. He pull in there. He's like, oh,
love it.
I'm pretty sure he got Lance approval for this, right?
Look at that gap. Look at that gap.
Oh, heck yeah. You ever see inside some of those trucks? It's like little apartments. It's awesome.
No one's ever invited me in, Ken. They invite you in or what?
Oh, all the time. I can't go to a truck stop without being invited in. It's weird. It's almost weird. But, yeah, man, shoot those gaps. Send something electric next to gas vapors. And then
there's your gap.
We're flying over people
he did not go over those people. He just missed them.
No, right. And we're flying at dusk, so we're good. and we're being very careful.
Could have done the phenomenal new Recurrent course too.
That's right. That's very. Oh dear. Oh no. But it still is flying. Good for you, Trucker Beetle Bailey. Still works.
Love it.
Fantastic. And now for those in the FPV community who or just anybody with V1 or V2 goggles, you know, the black goggles that DJI has. Well, DJI is always so slow with their firmware updates. I think all DJI goggles should work with all drones. You know, FPV goggles should work with the big toilet goggles, the big white ones, the original ones. They should be backwards compatible and everything, but they don't. It's like they're doling out these firmware updates as a prize or something. I don't know what logic DJI has behind them, but well, we don't need DJI anymore because someone figured out how to hack it. And yesterday, I was so excited about this. I wanted to do this, get the video out. Okay, let me explain. From the FPV quad camera into the quad, out into the goggles, and then out from the goggles via USB-C through a cord into the USB in a laptop, and then live streaming. So I did that yesterday.
Wow.
It was the worst live stream I ever had, but I think I was the first one to do this. And here's how it went. Oh wait, no, that's not it.
It's a decent drone.
Where is it? Oh, here it is. Here's. Now the video wasn't synced with the audio, and I think that's just something that I have to fiddle with. Yeah, but
yay.
So this is from my stream yesterday. This was live.
Fun.
That's the house where I am right now.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. You whack-a-moles want to? Any whack-a-moles want to come try to find me? You're welcome.
Exactly what
I
I'm
have
seeing.
some lead for you, and I'll give it to you very fast.
Maybe you're not even seeing anything anymore. Maybe it's a blank.
Anyway, I don't care. I'm not hard to find. But just know that you can't see it in this video, but I have a moat with alligators.
Well, not over the street.
And I keep a live cobra in my living room when I'm not home.
Okay. I'm going to Rampage this weekend, and I'm bringing this quad with me, and I don't want to destroy it before I go there, but I desperately wanted to do this live for you, so I'll just see if I can't.
Run me through the technology piece of how you pulled this off again.
It's a bit of software, and I don't know if I put a link, but I look on my live video. There's a link to the guy who did a video about this. And there's a little bit of software you install on your computer.
Look at the creepy guy just sitting on his swinging chair on the front porch.
That's how I'm dressed most of the time.
Cool joggers.
Thanks,
moccasins and skull and crossbone joggers.
Yeah.
You're a cool dude, Ken.
Yeah, I'm living the life. Yeah.
Well, the ladies must just be beating down your door.
Oh man, before I did this,
especially now they know what your house looks like.
That's right. I have to sweep the marriage proposals off of my porch. They just throw roses and bras and stuff up there all the time. It's crazy. So now that's cool, and I'll have more live stuff for you. I wanted to do some live from Rampage that way, but I don't think I'll be able to do it. Maybe somebody there will figure it out. But all right, so there's this guy named Danny McGee, and he did a very basic, not hack, but he did something really cool with his DJI FPV quad to make it better. And I asked him if I could share a little bit of this. And be warned, Jason. There is a bikini in this video. Oh, there go the
I'll
views.
close my eyes.
Okay, 400, 500 people watch, 600. Okay, here we go. Enjoy this.
Is the DJI FPV drone. It's a decent drone. It has some good features. But this right here, the camera / stabilization, in my opinion, is not one of them. But the GoPro Hero 9 here, which is what I usually film FPV with, is incredible. So, I took this and made a baby. Now you might be thinking, this is super shaky, like there's no way it's gonna stay on there. So, duct tape. Seriously, my 3D printed mount didn't arrive yet, so I literally just took strips of duct tape and wrapped it around the entire drone. Earlier this month, I spent 10 days in the Turks and Caicos Islands filming with this drone, and this is what it looked like.
So this is footage from the Hero 9.
Yeah.
Which I just got today, in fact.
Wow, that water.
Oh dear. Look away, look away! Oh my goodness. Boy, that image looks really good, doesn't it? That video.
Yes.
What a beautiful place to fly.
Awesome. Little gap.
Do you water ski or anything? Do you do any boat stuff?
No.
Can I water ski behind your plane?
You could try, yeah, for a little while.
Do you have a pontoon plane?
I previously did.
Did you?
But not anymore. That looks neat.
Look at that! An abandoned boat.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Ooh, wake skating. That's cool.
Woo!
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Foil.
Look at these abandoned buildings. This location has it all, man.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And that's all you get.
That was cool.
There's more to it. There's a link in the description if you want to check it out. That is
cool.
Danny McGee.
Very cool.
So now I was talking about the GoPro Karma drone. Does anybody in the chat have one and still use it? If you're not too embarrassed to admit it, go ahead and admit it in the chat. One person that will admit that he still has the GoPro Karma drone and has it as his spare drone for work is Kelly Green, and it's been 4 years since his epic drone crash. And here that is.
Hey,
here
it's
is.
Kelly Green, y'all. Today we're going to flash back 4 years ago, almost to the day, the date of my very first drone crash. It was about 250 feet in the air. All of a sudden it loses power and comes spiraling down as agony and desperation fills my heart and tears stream down my face watching it tumble to the ground. Roll the footage. That's not the footage. Roll the footage and add in that cool dramatic intro from the 1970s TV classic, The $6 Million Man.
It looks good in SR. We're coming forward with the side stick. Oh, looks good. Roger. I've got a blowout. Vapor 3. Get your pitch to 0. Pitches out. I can't hold altitude. Direction. Alpha hold is off. Trip selected. Emergency. Flight comm. I can't hold it. She's breaking up. She's breaking.
Yeah. Now, if you're over 40, then you might know the $6 Million Man. He was an astronaut, Steve Austin, a man barely alive. He doesn't. Are you a millennial?
Kelly edit that? That's really good.
He did. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Are you a millennial, Jason?
Yeah. I was born in 1988, sir.
What was I doing in 1988? I think in 1988, I had been driving for about a decade in 1988. No, yeah, man, he edits video all the time. That's what he does for work. He does real estate videos, and he actually uses.
I knew that, but that was good.
Sometimes.
I loved it.
It was. All right. We played that. I think that's just about it, with the exception of the viewer video of the week, which is so good, and it's what a great location. And thank you very much, freewellgear.com, for sponsoring this and offering up your wonderful filters, UV filters, lenses, polarized lenses as the prize. freewellgear.com. And the winner this week is, believe it or not, a guy who lives in the exact town I used to live in, Alabama, Trussville, Alabama. Yes, it's true. I've lived everywhere. Ron Burkett.
Mr. Burkett.
And remember, if you burk it, you bought it. Yeah. That ought to be a t-shirt. You're welcome, sir.
Sure, he's never heard that before.
Yeah. And I call this a portly video because it's of the APM terminal port in Mobile, Alabama. He says, "Hey, Ken, I've been really enjoying TNL recently. Thanks for all the work you put into making it a great show every week." You're welcome. Ever wonder how TVs and tube socks get off the ship when they arrive from overseas? Well, a while back, I had a chance to work with a media company to document the performance of a prototype electric tractor truck at the APM terminals in Mobile, Alabama. I got to fly my Mavic 2 Pro around the port and record the process of uploading containers from a ship and what happens to them after they were unloaded. It was very interesting to see,
cool.
and I thought you and the TNL viewers would like to see it. I hope you enjoy it and may consider it for viewer video of the week. Thanks, Ron Burkett. Now, I contacted Ron, and I said, that's awesome. Can I come down there and you tell him I want to fly FPV around this thing? And he said, well, probably not. And then I cried a little bit because he went through a production company that got special permission. You got to wear hard hats, you got to sign waivers, and you know. But that is fantastic. What a great location. I would love to power loop that crane, man. Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you.
Wonderful. All right, sit that.
It's cool.
Jason, now
Yes,
I know
sir.
I sang a 4-minute long commercial for you, but we do have to talk about...
The marketing team is already on it, don't you worry.
Okay, good. But we have to talk about remotepilot101.com very quickly. And all the wonderful things and new and updates that you are adding to the curriculum. Tell us about it.
Sure. So most of you probably already know this. We just launched our new learning management system, and brand new. This will be version 3, I want to say, maybe 4 of the remote pilot course. Everything up to date for 2021, all the 9 new rules, everything else all in there to reflect that. So you head on over, those courses will all be up to date for you. And again, it's one price, it's yours for life, so you have it in there. And seriously, use the Heron 18 code. It is our most used promo code.
Yes!
The reason it's Heron 18 is because it started in 2018. Went back, I'm like, oh, who's this Ken Heron guy? He's eccentric, he's weird, he's verbose. We'll give him a promo code. And here we are, 2021. Still the most popular promo code, year after year, month after month. He's a good guy.
So
I don't care what y'all
verbose,
say about him.
verbose works.
Yes.
What a great adjective. I haven't used that word ever, I don't think. What a great word.
Since 1988, probably.
See, we're learning stuff all the time with Jason Schappert.
Good pilots always learn. I'm telling you, there's something to it.
RemotePilot101.com. Thank you.
Check it out.
All right. Now, just very quickly, if there's anybody that has any questions, because after all, he's not just a pretty face. He is an expert in the aviation field, both manned and UAV. So if you have any questions, please type them in the chat.
Please. Yeah, I'm watching the chat up here, so I'll watch for some and everything else. So.
And so what do you think about everything that's happened? I have opinions on the online test that the FAA is offering.
Yeah.
I don't know if you agree with me, but you know, they basically, you can't fail it. You can go back and get everybody. It says you have to get 100% in order to pass it. This is the recurrent test I'm talking about.
There's gonna be some interesting data that comes out of this, Ken. And no one likes taking tests. And I know I get, pigeonholed as the test prep guy and these sort of things, but hopefully you remember me more for the real world stuff that I'm able to teach you, more so than the 2 watches and everything else. I am hoping it's my lobbying efforts, not literally, but my goal that Remote Pilot and other competitors, whatever you wish to call them, other test prep creators, study materials, can create or use our recurrent courses instead of the FAA's online course. Ken, you've seen it and done it. I don't know if everyone else has seen it. I have a screenshot here for you. I don't know if you had the same Windows Movie Maker button there in the middle to click play to start, but this is literally, and I don't know if you saw this either, Ken. I don't know if yours said includes, like has typos on it and everything. In there as well. And then of course, once you get in there, they're showing you, I mean, they basically leaked that photo from DJI. That must be their new drone, right? That must be
that's like
the new DJI drone that's coming out.
That's a Phantom 0.5, I think.
It's a 0.5 with a Hero 0.5 on it as well. And I'm sitting back as someone who tries to pursue mastery in everything that we do, going like, I get what the FAA is trying to do. I'm all about keeping our hobby and our career and our commercial viability feasible and financially sound for everybody, because no one wants to pay $150 to go take another test. That's one of the reasons we made our course one fee in for life, just so we could give back to the industry with this. But then the FAA goes out, and yes, it's a free course, but my goodness, with the Windows Movie Maker buttons, and it just, and Ken, I haven't gone through it just yet. I haven't had to yet. Well, I mean, what's your experience? I've done it on the what's called the Part 61 side of things. It's basically a test you can't fail. It says, Ken, A was wrong, try again, and you go, B.
Yeah, well, yeah,
You know,
it lets you take the entire test, multiple choice, and then at the end you go back and you see how many questions you got wrong, and then you take it again or choose a different answer. It's kind of idiotic. I think it's going to... No, I hate taking tests. I do.
Yeah, I get
but
you.
there was something about the recurrent test that made me go back and take your recurrent course again, a refresher, and I retained more information. I've taken the recurrent test, since 2016, so that's twice.
Yeah, very beginning.
I've taken it twice, and the third time this dumb little test. But I think it's going to create a lot of people that forget what they learned with their initial, unfortunately. Because people don't retain information for that long.
It's the principle of disuse we use in teaching, we call it, and you're spot on, and that scares me a little bit here, and I hope they will update this, or I hope they'll allow third-party companies to come in and say, hey, here's your recurrent course, take this, because I want you to be a safe real-world operator. Because guess what, Ken, you know this, sectional chart symbols and airspace and these rules and regulations, that knowledge leaves you. While you may not need to retain reading METARs and TAFs and all that stuff back from 2018 you had to remember, but airspace is going to follow you no matter where you go, Ken. It's that foundational kind of knowledge that I want to make sure we're retaining and continuing to educate on, because it's not something you look at every single day.
Right, but I have to ask, why would they do this? It has to have something... There's a train coming, I know you'll hear it. It has to have something to do with the Jeff Bezos and the Amazons and the UPS, these delivery drones. They're trying to reserve or make it easier. That's why we're all getting our nighttime waivers, right? That's why you can take this silly
and by
little...
the way, how long we fought, I don't know, 3 months for our daylight waiver. I'm sure you fought the good fight and then you're like, this is so cool. And I was like, hey, take this cheesy Windows 95 course on our website and you can do it. I'd like to say they're doing this to grow aviation and keep money in our pockets. I'm not an FAA spokesperson by any means. I don't know how true that may be. This is the same FAA, Ken, that said 2 years ago they're thinking about doing a physical drone test, like an actual flying test. So how do you go from maybe we'll have a flying test to no, take this you can't fail online Windows Movie Maker course instead? And it's just like, that's yin and yang. Those are two very opposite things.
It's very contradictory. It doesn't make any sense from the standpoint of a governmental agency that is usually very sticklers about these type of things. God,
yeah,
that's a loud.
Yeah, and I don't think this is like the Jeff Bezos taking over the world, them promoting this course. Were there some rules and regulations passed that are going to allow that? Yes. I mean, you call it famously the Amazon rule, right? For some of the over people and over vehicles and everything else. That's stuck with me ever since we spoke about that. And you're not wrong with that. That's definitely what's coming. And I saw a few questions in the chat talking about when are we going to get drones that can fly over people? Now that we have some guidance and some regulations, manufacturers are going to create that. What about remote ID? Now that we have some guidance, manufacturers are going to make that and create that. And there's also a market for aftermarket remote ID, because what about my Inspire 2 that I've got $6 or $7 grand invested in with cameras and everything else? How am I going to get remote ID? I need some aftermarket way to have remote ID. So there's a lot of entrepreneurship that's going to be budding or is budding right now in the unmanned space as well that we need to be mindful of, the engineers out there watching and such.
What are some of the dates that we need to remember? Because I think they hear remote ID and that you don't own a drone. People are hesitant to even buy drones or start a business or anything now because they hear
it.
Yeah, it's going to be 2023 before you have to really worry about anything.
As short as 18 months, but my goodness, Ken, look at, and maybe everyone didn't follow this as closely as myself. But Ken, you remember this because you had me on the show back in, I don't know, March or February when they said this recurrent online test is coming and this is the date. And they pushed that date 2 weeks and they pushed it 2 more weeks and eventually got us here. I believe they pushed it 2 or 3 months out. So yes, they can say remote ID in 18 months. I think they gave an 18 to 36 month window. So it's this huge window here. It's the FAA. I remember when I had to make the remote ID, the new recurrent test video, I shot the same video 4 times because they kept changing the stupid date. I was getting so frustrated with it. And that's how it works. So don't let this be your excuse to not get into the space. You're gonna have 3 lost years waiting. Get into the space, learn everything you can. Hop on eBay and go buy a used drone if you're worried about schmucking it into a wall or crashing it or something like that. Before you invest the serious bucks, remote ID is coming. It's just not implemented yet, and it's still years away.
Do you see any other questions that you would like to answer? I saw one that was.
Sorry, let me. Let me scroll through here.
Somebody said, I think it was Jersey Drone said, what went wrong in the midair collision in Colorado a couple days ago? Did you hear about that one?
It was yesterday, right? I want to say it was yesterday. So there was a midair collision between a Cirrus and a Metroliner, Key Lime Air. Super cool name. They paint their airplanes all green. I just watched the ATC radar scope of it, and there's some controllers that are going to be in some hot water over this. I don't want to speculate. Thank God everybody walked away from it, by the way, but it's interesting to see. They just got vectored way too tight, way too close. I think there's going to be some controllers that are in trouble on that one.
They'll be selling shoes.
Someone asked too how to go from Part 107 to Part 61. So again, that's using FAA lingo. Part 107 is how we fly our drones for commercial purposes. Part 61 is you want to fly manned aircraft. Right? It's actually a very easy transition, which is super cool. You already have all the knowledge, right? You learned how to read METARs and TAFs and airspace and some regulatory things. It is so similar. We actually have a free book. I'll ask that you pay shipping. It's called the Private Pilot Blueprint, privatepilotblueprint.com. I think it's $6 or $7. I will ship it to you. Just you pay that shipping. I'll send you the book for free. It's everything I wish someone would have told me before I started my flight train. So if you ever wanted to get into manned aviation, there's that for you too. So thank you.
Excellent. Well, I have a question that comes up a lot, and I feel like I want to ask you while you're here. It's about flying over private property. Now, I know that there's different jurisdictions and there's different rules in different places, but the general rule, and I always say that whenever people ask me this question, I always say that I defer to federal law, and that is FAA. You have a right to fly in certain airspaces. Now you don't want to be a jerk about it and hover over someone's house and purposely film their dog or whatever, sunbathers, whatever. But local jurisdictions can make up laws even if they're in the wrong.
HOAs make up laws, Ken.
Yes. Don't open that can of worms. But I know what you're saying. But like the local police can say, well, you can't fly here and give you a ticket for whatever. Even if you're in the right, you're in the proper airspace, you got Lance approval, everything's good, you got your 107. Then you have the burden and the cost is on you to prove them wrong in a court of law, and then even if they're wrong, that's no skin off their nose. It's all skin off your nose, and that's the problem. I know. That's the problem. So
it's a huge problem, and this is such a new space. We don't really have the case law just yet, although there literally are some HOA battles, and Ken, you and I have spoken about them on the show at length. You do not own the airspace. You pay your property taxes for the ground that you walk on and the home, the foundation you put your home on. Once you're in the air, you do not own that airspace, as crazy as that seems. So yes, don't be a jerk. Don't be a peeping Tom. Don't be Ken, checking out what his ex-girlfriend's doing or anything like that. Not that Ken's ever done that or told me about that or anything.
Never. That was a friend.
But if it's Class G, uncontrolled, pilot-controlled airspace, you are good to fly in there, but just don't be a creep. And then those of you who think someone's being a creep, don't go shoot their drone down, right? Because that becomes a whole a whole issue all in itself. And Ken, you and I have talked about that topic at nauseam
I tell
as
you
well.
what, anybody comes over my property and starts filming Elma Sue, they're gonna get some buckshot. They're gonna get some buckshot in their DJI. Don't fly your DJI over me, guy. I don't know who that is.
Exactly.
It's my generic redneck shoot down drone guy, I guess. Anyway, we got any other questions?
Let's see. I think it was Adam was asking earlier, would I be okay with like private parties launching, where'd it go? Basically recurrent courses at no charge. And absolutely is the answer. Listen, even if we go that route with things, the goal is to perpetuate this hobby, this career, whatever this may be. It's safe real world pilots. At the end of the day, Ken's got food on his table. We have food on the table. It'll all be all right. The more pilots we make, the more this thing grows, and we kind of lift all boats with that. So that's my whole mindset on that. And that's why I want to get our recurrent course out there.
And once drones are as commonplace as toaster ovens, then it really won't be an issue. Dustin has a great question. He says, why are there only 3 props on the Phantom in Jason's promo video?
Like Kelly Green had his first crash. Wow, you know, I've never shared this story. You ready for this?
Yeah.
So I probably was one of the first original Mavics. And I took it over to my parents' house. I said, hey, it has this really cool new feature. It's called follow me mode. I'm talking, I pre-ordered it. How do you want the first ones delivered? I was showing my dad. He goes, show me this follow me mode. So I said, okay, Dad, just go out there and start walking. It's going to follow you. I put the Mavic in follow me mode. It takes off. I don't know what it was following. It was not following what it was supposed to. The tree is here, Ken.
Yeah.
It went up to the tree. It stopped. And then it just kept plowing into the tree. I thought, So that was my first lost link / flyaway. I then had the genius idea. Let's get old trusty, the Phantom 3.
Yeah.
And let's get like a long grappling hook on it. And let's use that to pull the Mavic out of the tree.
Oh, no.
It made perfect sense. Except the grappling hook got stuck in the tree, and then the Phantom went down with it, and I had 2 drones stuck in the tree, and I paid a tree climber $100. He climbed up there without ropes. It had to be 50 feet up in the air. Climbed up there without ropes, just some spiky shoes, and got both drones down.
And you haven't replaced the prop on that Phantom since?
It flies way better with 3 props.
Yeah, man.
No, that basically ruined the Phantom 3, and it's now just a display drone.
Could a drone auto rotate with 2 props?
It depends which 2 went out, right?
You know,
if they were opposite each other.
I tried to do that. I tried to do that video, and it just spun because they're spinning in the same direction, so it's going the opposite.
Good point.
Yeah,
You're not counter rotating.
I never posted it, but I made a video about it. It was terrible. I'd used the Phantom 3, almost destroyed it.
That's a solid drone. The Phantom 3 was like that's classic.
Would remote ID ever come to Canada? Are you going to go international on this stuff and teach like CASA courses and stuff like that?
Wow, I don't see why not, but then we have to get the FAA and the CAA to play so nicely. And that has worked a little bit in the past. I don't know Canada's plans for remote ID. I'm not certain of that just yet. I can look into it though for you.
Okay, and I have just an aviation question, and maybe you know the answer, and if you don't, feel free to make something up. But
absolutely,
I'm fascinated with the fact that English is the language that you are taught to speak, no matter where in the world you're a pilot. If you're talking to now in the plane itself, you can speak your own language, right?
Yes.
Yes. But like plane to controller or plane to plane, it's got to be English, right? Okay.
Yes.
Why?
There are numerous accidents documented where a English-only speaking pilot was flying into another country. I don't believe it was Germany, but I'll use Germany as an example, right? Where there were German pilots speaking to German controllers only in German. A big part of being a pilot is always knowing what's happening in the ecosystem around me, right? Okay, he told that guy to slow down, so he's probably gonna tell me to slow down in a few miles. But when they're speaking German to some pilots, English to other pilots, and it was leading to some accidents because of the lack of communication. So ICAO, the International Aviation Civilization Organization, adopted English as the main language. You have to actually speak what's called ICAO Level 4 English to become a manned aviation pilot, which is very interesting. And if I speak to a controller in English, they speak English right back to me.
I tell you what, I'm always impressed by people in Europe who are multilingual, who will know more than one language. They teach English as a regular course, like not even an elective. Like everybody in Europe knows English pretty much, along with their own country's language. So I guess that makes sense in a way, you know, but I can't imagine becoming a pilot and needing to know Mandarin to fly a plane. You know what I mean? That's yeah.
So someone asked, by the way, why I wear 2 watches. This guy right here. He's the whole reason I wear 2 watches, actually.
Yeah, and there's a
Long
video.
Story to that.
There's a video on your YouTube channel that explains it very nicely. And
it is.
Look for, I think there's a link. Yeah, there's a link in the description of this video to all your M0A, remote pilot, and your YouTube. Do subscribe to him, please. Right?
Both, yeah. So remote pilot for the drone stuff, remote pilot 101, or M0A for the manned pilot things. So both channels for you.
I know this is running late, and I appreciate your time, but are there any other questions that we got before we say goodbye?
I don't see.
That's it. I do want to thank a few more super chats. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. We got one from the Grumpy Vlogger. $5. Sell the song to Jason's marketing department and get your Mazda fixed. Here's the start. Thank you, Mr. Grumps.
Royalties.
Yeah. Well, I think we first have to pay Tom Petty and then me. Paul Vanderbort. I'm going with that. I think that's a solid pronunciation of Vanderbort. Couldn't be anything else. It's not Vanderborget. It can't be that. But anyway, thanks for the $10. I almost never get to watch live, but got in during Remote Pilot 101 song. I love the song, and I'm using Jason's great videos to eventually get my Part 107 worth a $5.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Congratulations.
And one of my favorite usernames of all time. I'm going to give you a sound effect. It's Smoking Sea Cow. Oh, I think we're milking the Smoking Sea Cow now. $10, another great TNL. Thanks, Ken and Jason. Thank you so much. And I'd like to especially thank the 3 new members that joined. Thank you. Yes, Jason, you were going to say something.
No, I think it's outstanding, and now those new members get the cool behind-the-scenes stuff. Jeff getting ready, like his makeup and everything. He's a good-looking guy.
Oh, there's slight nudity. It's a wonderful thing. You're not going to want to miss out.
It was worth it. It was worth your membership.
And now, before we go, here's Jason with the best joke that he has to offer.
Why is an F-16 better than an F-22, Ken?
Why?
It's one stop faster. Get it? You thought it was an airplane joke, but it was a photography joke?
Oh, like my goodness. Wow.
I know. Pretty good,
I don't know what to say. Wow.
I'm diversified. Thank you.
That was funny on so many levels. Awesome.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. And we got just coming in now. Gino, $10. Hey, still looking for my eyes. You know what? I get to the post office probably every other week, and I apologize if now the
you walk to the post office. I need people to understand. You walk to your post office. It is that close. Like that's
it.
Very
well. It's a small town.
Hey, a lot of people like that joke. By the way, Eric Deagle, good to see you. He was saying nice things.
Oh, excellent.
He's a good guy.
Excellent. Yeah. The eyeballs are the only now T-shirts and everything. You can go to Teespring. There's links down below. But eyeballs, still the only thing that I send out myself. I write the envelopes and I put the things in and all that. So maybe I'm a little behind on that. I apologize. If you haven't gotten your eyeballs, if you have any complaints about the show or any praises, whatever, kenheronupload@gmail.com. If you want to send me something like an actual thing in the mail, like candy, money, whatever, Ken Heron, P.O. Box 1281, Huntington, Tennessee 38344. And with that, I believe. Unless Jason, you have the last word, sir.
The last words, I want to thank Mudball Creative. He says, Ken has to walk. Why? Mazda.
Yeah, let's end on a high note.
We hope you enjoyed the show half as much as you would have if it had been twice as good.
My goodness, thanks to everybody. Thank you, Drew Camden. Rotor Riot, Rampage going on this weekend. I'm going to head out there. Maybe I'll see you there. Marc Langley, thank you so much for doing what you do. Jason Schappert, you charmer, you tan god, thanks for being on. Jeff Sills with the drone news, and everybody for supporting this channel and the stream. I love you. I mean it. I really, really do. Until next time, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for just being you.
Bye.
That's it.
to kill like a processed meat. Enjoy pigeon jerky, pigeon jerky, and you'll give your family a treat. It's balanced nutrition to help them grow, and it's full of fiber to make them grow. You'll enjoy pigeon jerky. Pigeon jerky! I feel like a processed meat. Yeah! That was so funny.
You'll enjoy Thursday Night Live with Ken Heron and Kelly, Jeff and Ashley too. There'll be fun and quizzes and Kelly's misses. The bird is the word in the news. It's the #1 live stream, it's got pizzazz. There's only one rule, don't fart in the rats. If you think it's funny, super chat some money, 'cause TNL is here for you. Yeah!